Hi, guys. Welcome back to Searching for Johanna Parker. Welcome, Beasties. Happy Sunday evening. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the holiday season? Because I am not. I'm really not. Anyway, you guys, welcome to Sunday night's live stream. We are here to search for Johanna Parker. So, I have a treat for you guys tonight. I have such a treat for you guys. My Beastie treats. I have tricks and treats for you tonight. And I am very, very excited about it. I am. Are you excited, girl? Because I am. So, let's talk about the weekly roundup, shall we? So, first and foremost, welcome to the weekly roundup of Searching for Johanna Parker. I am Christina, your host from Christina from Scratch, and I am so happy, first of all, that you are here. So, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I love you. All right. So, tonight, I just wanted to say thank you, first and foremost, for all of you that just well received my spooky shopathon. You guys, I took a chance on that. I was not sure if I was going to make it, wasn't sure. And you were there for me. You are my people. You were there for me, girl. That was almost three. It was 2 hours and 35 minutes. And I was so happy to bring that to you guys because it was kind of like my way of like clearing out the shelves, which was so awesome because, I had these trips and things were compiling. And I'm like, you know what? How can I do this? And so basically, I just put all of my trips, 5, 6, 7, 8 trips for you guys and put them all out there. And you delivered. I mean, I just can't even say thank you enough. You guys really, really love that video. And based on the response that I got on that video, you guys, I will probably bring you more of those. And I do have more treats in store up my sleeve. I do up my sleeve. So I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you so much for that because it meant a lot. It meant a lot. Hey, Megan, how are you? All right. So I have a lot of things to cover tonight. We are going to definitely check in on Johanna Parker, and just see what's going on. For those of you that don't know the schedule for our weekly roundup, we basically go into Johanna Parker's website because she's known to kind of sneak peek and sneak in things during uh, the week, or as time goes by, she starts to trickle and drop hints and teasers and things like that. And I definitely like to start where the source begins, which is Johanna Parker's website. That's kind of where we get all of our inside information. I also signed up for her newsletter, so if you guys are not signed up to her direct newsletter, definitely do that. It's fantastic. And you get to be the first one to hear all the news. So definitely do that if you want. And the second source is we go to her Instagram. So that is another primary source of where we get all of the information regarding her line, what's going on, and how things are buzzing, for her. And since all of us have really become, true, like, fans of Johanna Parker's line. I think she's done better this year, to be honest, in 2026 than she ever has been, because all of you lovely souls that I've met in the store, because girl, I'm a talker. I talk to everybody. But I'm very excited that all the store managers, all the employees, as you could see in my marathon video, you guys, it was so fantastic. The more I go into the stores frequently, I just find that our local employees and managers are so wonderful. They're just so embracing. They welcome me into the store. They're like, "Oh my God, you're back. Hi." And so the employees have just been awesome. And through that experience, I have met a lot of managers that have just asked me, if I'm a local content creator, do I know other content creators that, they can maybe possibly speak to, because they're looking for more exposure for either the business or for the location. So I have been so blessed in that way. So thank you so much for all that you guys have done in terms of educating me on Johanna Parker and being a collector, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't know as much about her brand as I do now. And girl, I'm a collector for life. And I have a very special treat. I have a very, very special treat for you guys. One of my very good friends, from the time that I started this weekly roundup and my live stream schedule, I met two wonderful, beautiful women in the store that live locally that collect her as well. And they do such wonderful things in terms of decorating for their entire collection. And that's beyond what we see on Instagram. And so lo and behold, a friend of mine, Janine, has already decorated for Halloween. And she sent me a photo this morning. And I was like, oh my God, girl, can I share that? And she said, of course you can. So she has updated, and I can't tell you, it is fantastic. It is fantastic. So that is going to become part of our, little like introductory announcement, all that good stuff. So for those of you that are not aware of how the schedule works, so basically I just take a few minutes for announcements, highlights, anything that I would like to share with you personally. And then we jump right into Johanna Parker and all that's going on with her. And then we start to look around on social media, and we cover all of the viral items for the season that are everywhere on social media. And trust, oh my God, you guys, that has really paid off as well, because we have had so many, excuse me, interesting things that we found that are like going viral. And for those of you that don't know, I'm not on TikTok. So it's like, you know what I mean? So let's start the show officially. So with that, I have I want to open the show with a couple of things I'd like to share. And I even got it all prepared for you. Okay. So with that, you guys know recently I introduced my newsletter. So for those of you that want to know more about behind the scenes and what I have coming up for the rest of 2026 and all of this good stuff, I created this very 100% free newsletter. Let me share my QR code up on the screen, which I was supposed to have ready in the first place. And I apologize, I didn't put it up there. But anyway, all you have to do is basically just scan the code, I believe, on your screen. So if you're watching from TV, you just basically, it's up here in the left corner of your screen. So if you're watching from TV or you're watching from your phone or iPad, it would be the left side of the screen. You would just open up your camera and then just go ahead and scan that. And you can see all about what I'm personally doing behind the scenes outside of YouTube. So I like to share that with you every single week. And then beyond that, you guys, I would like to, let's hide this one. Let's hide that. And we have a little ticker. Isn't that cute? Don't forget, you guys, we now have a ticker that's going to go across the screen. We have a Johanna Parker decorating contest. And it's my very first formal decorating sort of contest or giveaway. I don't know what you want to call it, but basically I've decided, since my friends have been so generous and so cool of sharing the way that they design for Halloween, I was like, you know what, we got to do this. We got to do this for all our people that have been on the hunt for Johanna Parker and how they're decorating everything. And I just can't wait to see your photos. So if you would like, I have now put the details in the description box for you. Now, I have gotten pretty detailed in there. Just, kind of did some work on the description box in general. And before I wasn't really that prepared, but let me go ahead and revise what we've done. So basically, in order to make it fair for everyone, we've now extended it all the way till October 31st, 2026. Why did I do that? Originally, I was going to do it just for August. And I thought, you know what, that's not really fair because it's not really giving people time, do you know what I mean, to really prepare for Halloween. I think originally when I announced the contest, I thought, well, people could just submit their photos from last year, and that would probably be cool to just see how they design. But I know a lot of you are really into Halloween. You guys absolutely love it. And I want to give you guys the opportunity of entering photos to show us what you're doing with your designs for the current year as well. So we're going to run this contest or giveaway from August 1st, which we're now 16 days in, but also all the way up until the end of the last day, which is officially Halloween. Now, on November 1st, which, let me check my calendar, girl, because your girl has got to get her dates right. Otherwise, I know y'all are come for me. So I can't have that. So November 1st, would officially be a Sunday. And that's absolutely wonderful. It's wonderful. Why? Because we have our live stream. We have our weekly roundup. And so on November 1st, 2026, we can collect all the photos. We can pick the top. So the way this is going to work, and I don't want to jump around because y'all know I'm ADHD and I'll be like, oh, look, there's a butterfly. But the way this works is the rules are officially on the community tab. I have updated a few things, but not really anything that's too. I basically just added the winners and what you're going to win and all that stuff in the description box. But I did do a community post. So the rules and details and all that stuff are in there. So, for those of you that want to submit your photos, there's just basic things you have to agree to. So, you have to be subscribed, you have to like the video or like a live stream or a playback. I don't care which one it is, but you have to go back to the community tab where I officially posted the rules and let me know what you did and where so I can tally that. The photos that you actually submit will go directly to the email. And so, in the details in the description box, I have now, even though my email's always been in the description box, I also put it, kind of there as a rolling sort of caption. And that way you'll do that. And I will pin the comment as well. Now, girl, I ran out of time. Okay. Cause I'm just like a butter. I mean, I'm all over the place. So I was supposed to have a pinned comment in this live, but I will definitely put it up. Just going to copy and paste everything, put it for you when this goes up live. But if you're curious about the contest, you've never seen it before, you just have to go to the front page of the channel. Just hit post where the posts are in the tabs there, and you can see all the rules. And that's where you can comment, like, and do all the things that I've asked you to do. Once you submit your photos, just come back to the community post, let me know, or comment on any live stream because I check comments every day. So all you have to do is let me know that you submitted your photos via email, and it's just christinafromscratch@gmail.com. And then we will select the photos and you'll give your verbal authorization or verbal permission to share your photos publicly, because I don't want you to come for me and go, hey, I didn't tell you that you could share my house, okay, with the world, because once it's on the internet, girl, it's on the internet forever. But with that, I just want to make sure that you guys do give me the permission to do so. So that way, when I'm sharing the photos, you're not going to freak out or whatever. So when you take your photos, if you want only a certain amount or only a specific area, of how you photograph, just make sure you crop it and make sure that it's, acceptable to you as well. So that when you submit, and all you have to do is just put one simple, like when you submit your photos, there's no limit to the photos that you want to submit. I would try to limit it to at least 3 to 5, just because otherwise it's going to get into too huge. But I am making a folder on my desktop for this specific contest, so I make sure and label them correctly and so forth. But when you do that, I just want you to put one line in that email that says, I do give you verbal permission to share my photos on the internet, whatever, so that way we're all on the same page. And that's pretty much it. And there will be 3 winners. Top winner will win a $50 gift card to HomeGoods. The secondary winner, I think, before I say something I'm not supposed to say, I think the secondary winner, and don't quote me because it's all in the description box. The secondary winner, I think, is $40, and then I did 50, 40, 20. I have to be fair, because if I give you like a $10 gift card, that's not going to really help you. Do you know what I mean? Because the average item that's worth anything is $20, so I'm not going to issue a gift card that's not going to help you, right? So there it is. And I'm very excited about this contest, you guys. I'm super excited. And I really can't wait to see how you decorate, because she has had some beautiful, beautiful items. And I know a lot of you that have come around from this series that we've done have been longtime Johanna Parker collectors forever. And some of you guys have actually invested in some of her higher end, I guess, pieces, from Bethany Lowe, or from what's the other girl? There's another girl on her page that we've talked about that makes her bags and all that stuff. And then she did do jewelry this year. And so she did a lot of stuff. And so she collabs with a lot of people on everywhere, but mostly they're on Etsy, and then they have their own businesses as well. So I'm very excited about this, you guys. I'm super, super stoked to see all of your photos. I cannot wait. So make sure that you submit your photos via email. All the information will be in the description box. It will also be pinned to a comment. Okay, so let's change the ticker on the screen as well. Now, we also have something else I wanted to share. Now, last week, if you look underneath or actually where I am here, we've got this across the screen now. So you guys know I'm working on my merch shop. I'm so excited. And you don't have to do anything, but you can at least go and browse, girl, and tell me if you like it. That's all I want. Who will be the first to be a Beastie Boo club member? I really want to know. I really want to know. But I definitely want you guys to check out my merch. I should have Right now I just have 5 listings because I'm actually designing the merch shop, but I'm hoping by the end of next week I'll have probably about 40 designs. So I'm very, very excited about this, you guys. You know, it's all vintage inspired. It's from every era, but mainly right now we're focused in and honing in on Halloween. And I've got all kinds of things in store for you guys, and I just really want to hear your feedback. So let me know. You can go to afterglowvintagetees.com. That is in the description box as well. And you can see the store. And if you shouldn't have any trouble getting there because I basically have just a direct link. So that's that. That's all I wanted to say. You don't have to do anything. Just let me know if you like the designs. That's all. All right. Beyond that, before we get into anything else, we have our question of the day. So my question to you guys today is, guess that price. No, I'm just kidding. But what social media platform are you ready? I should have got the every time I load sound bites, you guys, because I'm amped. I'm telling you, look, I have my sound bites ready for y'all. I do. I got ready and I was like, it's gotta be fun. It's gotta be fun. Look. Let's see. Wait, I have one that I know you're gonna. Okay, ready?
You get nothing. You lose. Good day. On and off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
What?
The chocolate room.
That's how I present to you my merch shop. Anyway, so I will always make it fun. We'll always have lots of good stuff around these parts. You never know what's going to turn. You never know what twists and turns I'm going to take you on, Beastie Treats. Okay, so with that, you guys, that's the question of the day. I am so excited about it. So let me know if you want to take a crack at it. What social media platform did Johanna Parker Designs advertise her brand, start advertising on her brand? So where did she post for the very first time when she designed her line? I'll leave it at that. You can guess. And if you're a true Johanna Parker collector, then you'll know. I think it's a pretty easy actually answer too, but I'll let you decide. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the show because I went 2 minutes over. Yes, I did, because you know I only have a 15-minute slot for that. All right, so let's get on with the show. And I hope everybody is having a beautiful weekend. I know it's a work week. I know the kids are going back to school, and I know your life is going to be chaos. But you know what? That makes life interesting, fun, and very exciting. And without the drama, we'd be boring, right? Okay, so let's get into it. So here is our Johanna Parker information. So tonight we're going to check her website. So here we are. So for those of you that are new to her website, she has a tab specifically for her any releases, any new, anything she does will always be in this area. And so most of what we've seen over the last few weeks, actually, this will be the 3rd week, is pretty much everything that we've already seen. So we know that she officially, and we caught this right on the day that she posted it. It was August 2nd, where she started to promote and heavily let everybody know, hey, my harvest line is out. And so this was a collage. And what helps people that are collecting, obviously, is, when you're in the store and things are sporadic and they're sprinkled all over. Now we're almost headed to the end of August. And for those of you that are not familiar with the way HomeGoods works, they told me this. They said they do get shipments in all the time. Yes, but they get Halloween merch only until the end of August. And then that's it. And then it moves into Christmas. So probably sometime this week, maybe towards the end of this week into next week, if it hasn't already happened, you're going to start seeing a lot of Christmas merchandise come in just because, girl, I don't even understand. Okay, I've been into Michael's, HomeGoods. These are all local stores for me, but they've told me that these emails are coming from corporate. I do not work for these entities, so I can't tell you if these are, factual, statements from the employees, but they did come from employees and managers themselves, which basically this year, for some reason in 2026, has been the fastest and unexpected viral. I think I can be honest and just say we're in a viral holiday season. I mean, I'm serious. I don't think any of the retailers expected the influence and some of the I don't know, like I guess energy that the holidays had this year. And so a lot of people that had signed contracts with these stores and stuff like that that were supposed to go out in a certain order ended up being just forced. They started like, oh my God, we're panicking. You know what I mean? Customers are coming in because when I was shopping and I put that shopathon, that spooky shopathon with you, I could not tell you how busy that store was on a weekday with a bunch. I mean, there were mothers coming in there with 5, 6 kids, girl. I'm serious, trying to get the Johanna Parker stuff and trying to get their Halloween stuff and, just really influenced by TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all the things, because everybody's looking for a theme and what are they going to do different this year. A lot of people are very into Halloween. They get involved with the neighborhoods, kids at school, costumes, all that stuff. So a lot of the contracts for the designers that were in the store ended up being forced and put out because I'll just give you guys this tidbit one more time. When I did the whimsical circus line for Michael's, I was walked in and I already posted that video I showed you guys because for us, I feel like in Northern California, it was a little bit slow. It was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? And so when I came in and he was stalking, I talked to everybody, girl. I talked to everybody. Yes, your girl's a talker. Ask my friends. I'll send them a 10-minute voice message and they're like, girl, I got a life. I don't have time to sit here and hear your thing for 10 minutes. But I was walking towards that. I had my camera. And for some reason, the staff is always so excited. And so, I don't know, I just love the energy. It just brings me into like this happy mood. The employees are happy. They're just so excited that you're in the store. They want to help you. Go ahead. It happened to me in Bath and Body, happened to me in HomeGoods, happened to me in Michael's. So when I walked up for the whimsical line and he was stalking, I said, oh my goodness, you guys finally got it. And he goes, yeah. He goes, you know what? He goes, we got a letter from corporate. And the person that was supposed to be first in line, what didn't do well. And so corporate said, get that stuff that's viral on TikTok out there right now. And so they were scrambling because it wasn't on calendar. It wasn't on schedule, if you will. And HomeGoods, I think if you look at retail and you start to learn, if you're a shopper, especially, and you're kind of a collector, you have a certain style that you like, then I think it happened with HomeGoods as well. Because I think what happened was, this is just my own like brainstorming to share with you as far as retail goes. But with Johanna Parker, remember how everything started coming in super early and everybody was like super excited. They were stalking TJ Maxx online, wondering what was going to happen, wondering when it was going to touch the stores. And I think if you look at it now and you go and you shop in Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and HomeGoods, you can see blue sky is everywhere, right? I think Johanna Parker was released first for whatever agreement she had. And then blue sky came. And if you look, blue sky just came in with a vengeance. I mean, it was everywhere. Not to mention, girl, that is a beautiful line. I will not lie to you. It is gorgeous, but it is also a little bit more spendy. It's a little bit more spendy than Johanna Parker. So she had kind of first dibs in my opinion. And it was so fun. It was an energy, you guys, I can't describe. It was so fun this year. And ask my friends, girl, I'm not really into, or for my niche and my channel specifically, I do store walkthroughs through the holidays, but for my channel year round, I kind of slow down in January and I start doing other things because of clearances and clear outs and online shopping and rewards. And I like to show you guys maximizing returns and things like that. But this year I had such a blast and there was just an energy and I think it's still there. I think, with all the viral things happening and Halloween, so many fanatics, everybody loves it. Fall just gets everybody. The burn months are here. Everybody's getting geared up. And I think it's just a really fun time. So I just love the fact that everybody has been so inspired this year, so happy. They're so like a greeting. The only thing I do want to share with you guys for Northern California is TJ Maxx employees just didn't have the same energy. When I went in there, and I was so excited to find Johanna Parker, for Northern California, I was like, I'm ready. Give me Johanna Parker. And I went in there and the employees were just like, yeah, Yeah, no, we don't put it out till later. Like they didn't even care. I was like, "Oh my goodness, what is happening?" You know what I mean? It was such a different page. I can't tell you guys. It was like walking from rain to sun, you know what I mean? It was a really different experience to definitely like talk to the staff at TJ Maxx, even the staff at Marshalls. The staff at Marshalls was also very exciting. They were like, "Oh my god, yes, it's Halloween. Yes." But and right now, if you look at it, if you go on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, I mean, everybody is really now in like full mode of, yes, fall's here, girl. Halloween is here. And Marshalls and now TJ Maxx, I believe, and Marshalls especially, there are things going viral, you guys, for Marshalls. I didn't expect. Marshalls is fire right now. And now TJ Maxx is making its round. And I found it really interesting to know that TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and HomeGoods are sister company, as we know, but I just felt like it for Northern California, at least for us. I don't know about Southern or any other domestic states, but for us, TJ Maxx is always like the last on the list, which is so interesting because when Johanna Parker, especially for this line right here, the harvest that we have on screen, she was so excited, to say, "Oh, my harvest," but Halloween was pushed out prior to that, which is really interesting that they pushed Halloween first, and then now, that harvest wasn't announced until August 2nd. So maybe they did more of like a seasonal, like calendar type thing, or something, but it was very interesting, and I just I can't describe it. It was so exciting and so fun to shop this year, you guys. And I can't wait to go into Costco, Lowe's, all those places, all the things. I did something special for you the last few days. I've been promising you guys. I promise I will get out and show you guys these amazing animatronics that are viral everywhere. And I don't know if you guys know. Let me just say this really quick, you guys. Let me just say this. If you watch that spookathon, if you watch that special spookathon, I had some surprises in there and I did it soon. I wasn't going to do it through the whole video because I was like, people get bored, they fall off. Nobody's going to watch a 2.5 hour video, So I did those super spooky surprises in the beginning. So if you guys saw my spookathon, let me know. Did you see it? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? So I just want to say hello to T. Let's see. Love the fall staff. So do I. Megan said, yeah, blue sky stuff is really pretty. I found a lot of it really beautiful. The picture you have up, you can show at the bottom of the picture. What can you show the bottom of the picture? Yes, I can. I will be happy to do that for you. And then hi, this Christina said, "Hi, Christina. Hi, New York. Always enjoy your lives." Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, girl. I really do. Okay, so let's someone wants to see the bottom of the screen. So this is the bottom of the screen, and this collage is available on Instagram. So you can follow her on Instagram, and or you can go to johannaparkerdesigns.com, and this is actually available. So if you don't know how to save a photo from your phone, you can actually go here. So let's grab this. My cursor's on the right side of your screen. I encourage all of you guys to watch me on a TV because it's a lot easier to see. The pictures really blown up, and you get a clarity to really see the difference in the details. Now, we know that Johanna Parker's line is very into details. Every piece of art that she puts on these products, she has so much pride for the artistry that goes into her work. And so if you don't know how to right click on your tablet, on your phone, or on your computer, you can get your cursor. You see this little white thing like that's circling there. You can right click, and you should be able to do this similar to your phone. Megan can probably share with you in the screen too, in the live stream, of how to save a photo from your phone. But you can right click and save the image. And then once you save the image, a pop-up will come up and you can basically save that. Now, if you have trouble saving that and it's not a JPG, which is called, it's called a JPEG photo, or a PNG, and it comes up as a web file, you can basically just screenshot it on your phone and then just crop it as a photo. You know what I mean? So just go to johannaparkerdesign.com, and this collage is available for you. And you can basically start looking at all of the pieces for fall. So this is new for those of you that don't know that she did post this just on August 2nd. So it's only about 10 days old, maybe 11 days old. She also did a complete collage for Christmas, for Halloween as well. So if you are a person that only shops, when you're ready, which I encourage you to do that, don't let social media, put pressure on you to shop sooner than you can afford, or you know what I mean? Like, you go at your own pace, girl. You go at your own pace. But the autumn harvest, it's called Autumn Grapevine. That's the name of this collection. So she announced this in August, and her Halloween collage she also did on her website as well. So this is her new release tab. We've seen this several times, and where she promotes what she's actually what's new for 2026. And all of the collaborations, if you will, that she's done with special designers. She had a lot of stuff this year. She had jewelry, flags, leggings, jewelry, candles. She did this one is from a designer called, let's see, guess that price. Oh, that I don't know why that always comes into my head. I can't remember the lady's name. Let me see. What's her name again? So she on Instagram, it's called Beautifully Unique Boutique. Beautifully Unique Boutique. And once you click on it, one of the items that you like, that's where you'll find all of the details of the person that she worked with, how they came up with the designs. This is Johanna Parker herself. She's in the leggings. So cute. She's been designing, you guys, for a really long time. Johanna Parker's been in business since 2003, for those of you that don't know. So she took photos in her own leggings. Super cute. Just really, really cute collection. A fun addition if you're looking for something to wear that's just fun and different and unique, but these are specialty products, so I can't promise you they're always going to be, $10 or $12. She has not announced that these will be sold in the TJ Maxx, HomeGoods, Marshall's sister company enterprise, if you will, or whatever. So these you might have to just get on this boutique, but it's called Beautifully Unique Boutique. So if you guys are interested in seeing any of these leggings or any other collaboration she's done, this is where you're going to find it. So the collage for Halloween is also in this drop down, if you will. I try not to scroll too fast for you guys because I feel like that's rude. So I apologize if you're watching on TV. But I try to grab the cursor on the right hand side, the little sidebar. Now these are candles. This person has a really interesting shop too, if you want to follow them on Instagram, because oh my goodness, and they're not really that expensive. You think these would be like specialty stuff where they're like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but they're not. I mean, they are specialty and they are going to cost you a little bit more. But with that said, you know what I mean? You're still going to, they're still affordable something somewhere. So she did do bracelets this year. I have talked about this several times. For those of you that are new to the live stream, we kind of reiterate every week for those of you that have come back, I just basically reiterate this new release tab because there are people that are in the stream that have never been here before, and they might not know that these features are hidden on her website. So I like to be efficient with that. She did make bags and makeup bags. She did all kinds of fun designs and so forth. And this is by a designer called Dolly Valentine. And so every collaborator that you see on her website will lead you to their website as well. So these are really fun designs. This was the Halloween bag that she put out for 2026. But I'm sure she's probably also going to be promoting like Christmas and so forth. She did a jewelry collaboration with Zombie Lounge as well, which was a lot of like earrings and stuff like that. She also did like these little tag thingies. They're almost like keychain type, things, which were really cute. And she also has a store as well on her website. So if you guys have never seen her store, I'll show you how to get there as well. This is the Zombie Lounge that I talked about. They have an Etsy shop. They also have a direct website, zombielounge.com. So there's lots of ways for you to find out who these people are, where they came from. Do they have more designs? Now, Zombie Lounge, as we've gone through this series from the beginning, has the most in terms of variety when it comes to her stuff. So they have lots of stuff. They have t-shirts, hats, they have jewelry, bags, like canisters, decals, stickers, everything. So if you guys are interested in splurging a little bit, you can always go there. I just can't wait till she makes some kind of deal, with TJ Maxx, HomeGoods, and Marshalls to start selling at least her jewelry in there. She has watches as well. And I just can't wait till we get like really cool pieces like that, because her watches are not really expensive. They're only $30. And I know that TJ Maxx and Marshalls have like prices like that. So I can't wait till we get a little bit more variety of her things. But I think over the years, I think when I asked and did my research, I think she originally went commercial in 2025. She could have went before that, but I do believe the material talks about that she started selling her stuff in TJ Maxx and HomeGoods in 2025. So I could be wrong. For those of you collectors, you always make sure I have my information correct. So thank you so much for that. All right, here is the collage for Halloween. We've shared this many, many times. For those of you that are looking for the entire collection, you definitely want to check out Johanna Parker Designs website, and you'll get the collage for Halloween as well. So this is where you're going to recognize a lot of the stuff that you've been seeing in HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and stuff like that. For different domestic states, it's different. For people that live in the South, it might be where you see most of the stuff in TJ Maxx more than you see it in HomeGoods and stuff like that. But a lot of the social media that's been circulated and that she's been tagging and sharing on Instagram, Facebook, and I think she has a Pinterest account as well, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of this social media that she's been sharing has been HomeGoods finds. But I did also research where is she active the most, and she is active the most on Instagram. She also has a Facebook account and other things like that, but she is the most active on Instagram. I did not read anything about her having a TikTok, which is very interesting. So who knows? If you've seen her original Johanna Parker handle on TikTok, let me know. But I did not, in my research, I didn't find any verification that she is on TikTok. I only found the information that she's on Instagram. All right. So this is a lot of the material. She does make material, and this is where we investigated last week on Wednesday. We started looking at Etsy shops and different designers that like make things out of her material, and we found some really cool affordable tote bags and stuff like that, and they are so cool. So this is kind of swatches of all of her material that she has available. And I just love it. I absolutely love it. So this is kind of what you're going to see in terms of if you see like different materials and different objects made on Etsy. Now she does work with someone directly that has an Etsy shop, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Cottage something. I can't remember, but she has one designer that she works directly with on Etsy who has an Etsy shop, and she makes tote bags and things like that. She also makes aprons and stuff like that. So I know we've just gotten the aprons in TJ Maxx and HomeGoods and other stores like that. And then here are the leggings we saw just a moment ago, where she kind of promoted a lot of her own. And she does love like the biker short style as well. So if it's still hot where you are, you live in Florida, because I know a lot of people live in those states where it stays hot like almost all year. You know what I mean? And then Dolly Valentine made this purse, which we talked about. We've seen this purse so many times, and it's so beautiful, you guys. This purse is it's so pretty, this purse. It's vibrant, and it's just everything that you would think it would be. And these, you just can't beat it. You know what I mean? So she did these close-ups that we're seeing now were not here over the last few weeks. So I think whoever she has managing the website has really kind of rearranged the website a little bit. And I'm kind of glad they did that, because I feel like these bags and stuff are kind of undersold in my opinion, just because I know they're a little bit more expensive, and I know people are all for discounting and, affordable pricing and stuff like that. But she does have some pretty gorgeous stuff. So that she does participate in other holidays, like Valentine's Day. She does have some Christmas products. She had some 4th of July products, as we saw in the stores, TJ Maxx, HomeGoods, and places like that. I do have, let me actually grab I just picked these up. So let me put the camera on me. Let me grab these 2 cups that we're seeing now, so you can see those up close. And if you haven't had a chance. Now, I have seen some people that had got I think the Uncle Sam, I think it has I think it's like a teapot, and it had like a lid. I did not see that in my clearance section of HomeGoods. I only saw the 2 mugs. So let me go ahead and grab those, and I'll be right back. Just give me two and two. Okay. All right. I just ran over here, and I ran over to the thing. I'm also going to show you a video in just a second, but here are what the mugs look like. So this is the red one. I know I've got a sepia tone on my camera. I apologize, but I'm going to show you a video that's going to show you a close up. So these are really beautiful. I know my camera feedback has a lot of yellow in it or orange, and I understand that. I'm going to share with you a video that I just took last night, but these are so cute. So definitely check those out. I know we're here for Halloween, but I do like to share. If there's anything on clearance, you guys, that her line sells, I highly recommend that you check it out because it's just it's too good to pass up. Even if you don't want the entire thing. Now, I did not see these. Let me add these back. I'll share with you the video now. I have to put the camera on me, you guys, because as you can see on your the left side of your screen, I'm really tiny. So that's why I put it on me directly, because otherwise you don't really see. But yeah, so these, I didn't see this dish though. I do want to say that because I was on the hunt for, like, I really like the candy dishes and stuff like that she does. And I didn't see any of that on clearance. Because sometimes, even if it comes out, girl, and I can't afford it, I'm going to be honest, I'll just wait. You know what I mean? I'll wait. I'll be like, if it was meant to be, it'll be here. I'll get it on clearance, a couple dollars less. And that'll just be better for my bank account. And I'll still be happy because I get a brand item. And I'm really stoked. So let me go ahead and share with you the video form of what I have. Girl, I have so many treats for you tonight. Tricks and treats, girls. Tricks and treats. All right. So I do have a video for you guys that I want to share of my own. Like, I have all these videos ready for you tonight. They're very short. You guys know I do share clips in my live streams for you guys. I always make sure that I share real live stuff as well as online stuff. That's part of the experience of my live streams and my videos. I like to not only share with you in a sitting hall, I like to go out and show you as well and all that good stuff. And it's really important for me to do that. So let's go ahead and share this little video with you for a second. Okay, so that is what I was able to score those, and I waited, girls. I waited. And so by the time I got my hands on this, it was probably somewhere, surprisingly enough, because I went to 3 different HomeGoods. I have this schedule stationery, and if you saw my spooky shopathon, which was like 3 hours long, it was like so long, but I love y'all because you watched it, and I'm very happy that you saw my stores and the way that I operate. So I went to 3 different locations, and it was very interesting because the locations that I didn't expect to have the clearance items had them. And so the only thing though I wasn't able to score was the dishes and things like that. I only saw the mugs. So like I said, I think she had other pieces aside from this on her website, and I was just very lucky and very happy to even get those. You know what I mean? So, but I will tell you that here for us in Northern California, her prices for clearance was $10. So the regular price was, I think, $12. I think they're $12.99 or something like that. And for in Northern California, they sold for 10. So to me, that was fair. I mean, it's a specialty item, it's a collector, and I was happy with that. So I went ahead and purchased and so forth. So that is kind of where and how I get my ideas of how I want to shop for her stuff. So moving forward, she did do a lot of collabs for her figurines. So if you don't know, she does work with Bethany Lowe and a designer called Stony Lane Collections. We went on their website a few weeks ago and we saw Stony Lane, excuse me, Collections has a lot of different designers, but these are like the unique pieces that you see that are Johanna Parker, that are true collectibles. So these are going to be, and I don't know the dimensions. I think if you really want to see the dimensions, you can, I'm sure in the description and stuff that it's going to tell you how tall they are, how wide they are, and stuff like that. But obviously, look at it, says sold out. All existing and pre-existing sale Johanna Parker inspired ghostly candle kids, handmade by Lauren Mitchell of Stony Lane Collection, sold in a flash. of a flame. I mean, that's how like collectors are, they just wait. They wait and things go so quickly. So I just want to share that with you guys because that's why I say sign up for her newsletter, because if you are waiting for something that's specific, something that's very, special, or you like a certain holiday. My favorite from her, I think for me, and let me know in the comments or in the chat what your favorite is. Is it Halloween? Is it Valentine's Day? Is it Christmas? I think from what I've seen in the store, because I just discovered her in 2025, my favorite from her thus far is Halloween and Valentine's Day. Her Valentine's Day dishes, you guys, last year were so adorable, and the black and the red just stood out. So this right here are two brand new pieces from 2026 that she just released, and these run. I think we checked the price on these. These are running about $79, and like I said, I think one of these pieces we saw in Michael's. So some of her things are available through Michael's stores, and you can take advantage of like their 20% coupon and stuff like that, even though it's not a direct Michael's product. You can still get it on the website and you can get it on sale. So if you're looking to splurge a little bit and you're like, hey, oh my goodness, I think I want that. Even if you want to wait till after the holiday or whatever, just save it in your save for later, or save it in a wish list or something like that, and just eyeball it, and just keep checking, and eventually you'll get your opportunity to get it. This is so cute. These are just small little pieces, but they're so detailed and so beautiful. And I just absolutely cannot tell you, you guys, these are Bethany Lowe products as well. Bethany Lowe has her own website also, and she collabs with Johanna Parker she's collabed with her several times, but the artistry on this stuff, you guys, I mean, can you even? Do you know what I mean? It's so cool. It's so cool. So let's see. Here's some more. I love those and was glad to get them. And then I never know how to two blah one. For me, it's fall. Yeah, I think I asked the question last week. I think how many of you guys were really excited about the autumn grapevine collection? And to be honest, I have to be honest, you guys. A lot of you guys said, didn't really tickle my fancy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, everybody's excited, of course, about her stuff, especially if you like her brand a lot. But I don't know why, but for me, I tried and tried and tried to look at that autumn collage over and over again for 2026, you guys. And the raccoon mug is super cute. Yes, it is. But other than that, and the scarecrows, they are cute nonetheless. I mean, come on, let's be honest. The scarecrows are really adorable. But as far as the collection as a whole, I just didn't get the same kind of spark to go out and look for it the way that, the Halloween collection did. Now, this is like a popcorn. I don't know what this is, part of the Valentine's Day collection, because you can see the little salt shakers in the back there. And I mean, is that not adorable or not? Now, I did not see this last year for 2025 in HomeGoods or TJ Maxx, but I would have loved to have those. Oh my God, they're so cute. So everything about her, everything about Johanna Parker's designs, there's nothing about her brand. I think, in my perspective, and you can let me know in the chat, girl, there is nothing about her brand that turns me off. None of it. The style, for those of you that are not aware of this type of style, it is called vintage folk art. That's what it's called, vintage folk art. Hi, Freddie. How are ya? So her style is vintage folk art. So if you see people saying vintage Halloween or vintage, I don't know, different styles or vintage inspired, but the style specifically that Johanna Parker sells is called vintage folk art. So if you go on Google right now, even from your phone, if you're watching on your TV, hopefully you are, go to Google and just put in vintage folk art. And we can actually do that right now, just so you guys can see the style, because let's see, vintage folk art, just so you guys can see the style. I'm just going to put Halloween because that's what we're talking about. So if you go to vintage folk art, of course, Johanna Parker is going to come up first because that's just her style. But if you're interested in just how it originated or some of the style of vintage folk art, you can see it's very, very antique. I mean, very antique. You know what I mean? Like if you see the drawings and stuff, like you can tell that almost, I'm not even going to lie, you guys, some of it's pretty spooky. I mean, I'm just going to say, if you go down to the history and the origin of it, it's like, dang, girl, I don't even know. But like on the left-hand side right here, like this one right here, I mean, I'm not sure like what exact year it originated, but girl, it's pretty historic. That's all I'm gonna say. So, if you've ever wondered, oh my goodness, this because a lot of people say whimsical, like for Michael's, remember with the uh gumball machine, you know what I mean? Everybody was on the hunt for the gumball machine and the whole thing. But yeah, if you've ever wondered where the style of her designs come from, it is this era, I guess you could say. So it's called vintage folk art. And that's what's inspiring a lot of the dupes and things that you see everywhere you go. Kirkland's, Pottery Barn, Anthropology, even if you go to Kohl's and places like that, and everybody's kind of, doing this whole vintage thing. And the word whimsical has been used a lot. But yeah, that is where the origin of the style of her Halloween pieces have come from. So just a little piece of information if you guys were not aware. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of cover that. All right, let's go back to Johanna Parker. So like I said, we covered her new releases. So for those of you that are just joining us, we just went to Johanna Parker Designs where she announces all of her new releases. Johanna Parker is famous for teasing and actually just kind of posting, and she'll start to tease on Instagram first, and then she'll kind of I think she actually announces her new release or her update on her website first and then starts to tease on Instagram. So let's go ahead and jump over to Instagram. And this is her Instagram. So if you're not following her on Instagram, definitely share the love, support her. She's got some really fantastic posts. She does have everything highlighted here up on the top. So she's got folk art specifically. This is where her designs are going to get very, very specific, like the style we just saw on Google. And then she's got some garden and some craft partners. So that's like Bethany Lowe and all these designers she works with in collaboration. And then she has the graphics, which is also like materials and things like that. And then she has Jack, her cat. And then she's got some licensed stuff as well. So, she does do Christmas. So I'm waiting. I'm anxiously awaiting to share with you guys like how she starts dropping hints for Christmas, because I think that's coming up very, very soon. So stay tuned. We do our live streams here every Wednesday and Friday, and Johanna Parker is the star of the show always. We are going to remain dedicated collectors from here on out, girl, because once I found her, I was like, I got to get on and share with my community, and we're going to just get to know all about her, and we're going to follow her stuff, and she is always going to be the highlight of anything I do here moving forward, because I love, girl, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm into nostalgia all the way from 1920s, 1930s, 40s and 50s are my favorite. That's what my store is going to be kind of honing in on, and I'm making all kinds of stuff, but all the way to the 80s, because I'm a true 80s girl. I grew up in the 80s, and then I was in my 20s in the 90s. So anyway, I just absolutely love everything about her designs. And one of these days, you guys, when I can afford it, I'm just going to be honest, I kind of want one of these candles. I just think these candles are really cool. It almost makes you afraid to burn it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so specific, like it almost makes you afraid to burn it. But yeah, I mean, they're just, everything's hand painted, and I love the way that all the designers, just kind of show you the making of everything. I know on Johanna Parker's website as well, her and her husband show a lot of like the behind the scenes of how they actually design their stuff, which I think is just absolutely cool. So if you love crafts and stuff like that, and you've ever had like a favorite of a specific specialty like something you like, this is definitely one of those things that it's just it's so memorable to just watch this stuff being designed and made. And that's the fun thing about going on the hunt in HomeGoods and TJ Maxx. It's because you can see her stuff and go, I think I have that, and then you go and you walk up there and you're like, wait a minute, the face is different, wait a minute, it's smiling, the nose is different, you know what I mean? So that's what's so fun about distinguishing her the difference in all of her artwork, because everything she has is different, and I absolutely love that. And I also love that she couples everything. So we got the Beasties over here, with the witches. We've been talking about these witches, girl, from the time that they came out. I call them Beasties. For those of you that are new to my live stream, I refer to all of you guys as my Beasties, because I love Maleficent. It is my favorite Disney movie. I know it's not like vintage like Bambi and stuff like that, but ever since I saw Maleficent, you guys, I have been so in love with that movie and this relationship she has with her goddaughter. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. And just the way she says Beastie, it's so cute. So you are now my Beasties. You've been christened. Anyway, so I love the fact that she made two like best friends. I call them Lucy and Ethel. I'm just gonna be honest. Of course, Ethel is the redhead. That's why I thought Lucy. I love Lucy, and if you guys know, I carry around a Lucy bag everywhere I go. You'll see it in my videos. But yeah, so ever since she, started promoting her 2026 line, I just absolutely fell in love. So, and then her new salt shakers too are so cute. Like I've told you guys, I'm more of a traditional girly. Like I like all the vibrant colors, like orange and black and all of that. These were very different from her salt shakers last year. So these, if you're wondering, when you see some ghosts and you're like, I wonder if this is part of the 2026 collection, this is how you distinguish, because the hat's curved to the left or right, and then they have a heart in the side, in the top corner. That's where you're going to know that it's from this year. So very, very cool. And I also love the way she promotes all her stuff. It's really cool. So anyways, this is her Instagram, and you definitely want to follow her because she's always showing something cool. This is the designer. What's her name again? I forget. Valentine. What did I say her name was? Her name is, I think her name is Dorothy or something. Like, what's her name? Because I can't remember. Her name, Dolly Valentine. So this is Dolly Valentine, and she is the one that made all of her bags and her purses and what do you call that, makeup bags. See, so she came on early. This video is from March 18th, so they started promoting their collaboration in March of 2026, and I just think they're absolutely stunning. So definitely check out Dolly Valentine on Instagram. Her username is Miss Dolly Valentine, and they tag each other. So when you see a post, if you're not very familiar with Instagram, because I had to learn it myself, but you can go and their names are kind of put together here, and you can see her Instagram if you want to follow it. And so she started promoting all of the bags that she made in collaboration with Johanna Parker. And her website's really cool, you guys, too. She collaborates with a lot of people, but definitely check out Dolly Valentine, too, because she does more of the clothing stuff, like the purses and stuff like that. So let's go ahead just real quick for those of you that are interested and just kind of curious about Dolly Valentine. See how she makes so much cool stuff, you guys. She makes a lot of like purses and makeup bags and stuff like that. She's very kind of rockabilly is what I think of when I see her stuff. But she has I think she has phone cases too and stuff like that. So definitely follow her if that's something that, if you're into vintage stuff like that, like material and bags and purses and makeup bags and things like that. If you know somebody that has like a October, November birthday, something like that, if you just like standard evergreen patterns like leopard and stuff like that, her line is very fun. It's just super fun. It's vibrant. Even if you just want to showcase it like in your bedroom or something, it's so cute. It's just so cute. And she's got all kinds of different stuff, you know what I mean? She's got stuff for every holiday, and I just absolutely love it. So she's one of my favorite collaborators in researching Johanna Parker design and all the people that she kind of collaborates with. I mean, just because her stuff is kind of evergreen, she's got a little bit of everything for everyone. So I absolutely love it. If you're curious about how much her bags go for, I think it just depends. I think it depends on the size and depends on what era it is, what holiday it's for and stuff like that. But I think it really all boils down to the size of the bag, dimensions and how tall it is, how wide it is, what kind of bag it is. So I'm going to say for a bag like that, we can even go to her website. Let's see if she's promoted her website up here. Yeah, she did. So we've been to her website before, but I do know that I get newcomers every single time we have a live stream, and I love to share when I get an opportunity. So basically, this is Dolly Valentine. It's called dollyvalentine.net. You can sign up, get her newsletter. She does have a catalog, so let's go ahead and click on that. And so if you're curious as to how much her stuff runs, it is pretty expensive, I'm not going to lie, but it is a specialty product. You'll probably have it forever, to be honest. So, but she does have some pretty affordable stuff. Like this is, I think, this cosmetic bag is $35, $88 for the purse. But Nick, can you hold on one second? My son is like choking me to death. My son's cooking and I can't breathe. Anyway, so yeah, so she just has a lot of different types of bags and stuff like that. And if you're a collector, then you kind of get it. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things where these kind of prices don't really surprise people that buy specialty items, but very cool. Very, very cool stuff. So definitely just wanted to share that with you. She's got 4 pages of stuff so you can, uh, explore on your own. Usually, whatever I promote in my live streams, you guys, I do go back when it goes up as a video, and I post as much as I can for you to make it easy for you to find. So, but if you really just want to find their website in their direct space of where the source comes from, just go to their Instagram account. They'll always have a link here, for you to find if you want to explore. And I highly encourage you guys to branch out and follow different designers, because that's going to lead you into a window of something new, and you'll find design. Who knows, you may find a new designer that you might, want to follow in the future. And who knows, you may stumble across some new collective stuff that you decide to, collect. Anyway, all right. So that is what we do for, Johanna Parker. So we usually spend about 30-45 minutes on Johanna Parker. And now, before we move on to all the viral items this week, I do want to share a couple of treats with you guys. All right. So I'm going to put this camera back on me just for a second. My lights, you guys, they're all kinds of messed up. I'm sorry. I know I look orange, but hey, it's Halloween, right? It's Halloween. Or at least it's fall Halloween. I get that glow. You got to let me have my amber glow. All right. So I do have some special treats for you guys tonight. And that is, so I told you guys that we do have our Johanna Parker decorating contest going on. I opened the show with that. And so I kind of told you guys exactly where we're going with that. So with that said, I did want to share a few treats with you guys. And that is, my friend texted me this morning and said, okay, I have my shelf ready and I'm so excited to share this with you. So this is kind of going to be an example of the contest. So when I tell you guys that we have a contest running for all of you that collect Johanna Parker and that are using it in your decor for Halloween, whether you've been a longtime collector of hers or you're just going to decorate for the very first time in 2026, it can be kitchen, your coffee bar. I don't really mind what it is. I'm just trying to get inspiration and ideas, on how to decorate. But a friend of mine texted me this morning and said, I got my shelf ready and I definitely want to share it with you. And I said, oh my God, girl, you got to let me share this. And she said, of course you can share it. So like I said, anytime I share any photos publicly on the internet, I always ask, because it's very important. These, anything that goes on the internet, girl, and it doesn't disappear. So I went ahead and uploaded this and I wanted to make sure. Let's see. I have all these pictures in here, but I want to make sure. Did I not upload? Let me make sure I have her. Girl, my son is cooking and he's killing me. He's killing me over here. He really is killing me. Okay, so he's making like, how like when you're out in the barbecue and like all the smoke just oh God, I need a fan. I need a fan. Oh my God. I need a fan. Oh, I hope I didn't cough in your ear. Anyway, so a friend of mine did her shelf. You guys, look, it's so cute. She's like, okay, here it is. So she has been collecting Johanna Parker, and this is an example. So this is what inspired me to start the contest, because I was like, I love it. I love every minute of this. So if you guys are interested and you're new and you just chimed in right now, we have a Johanna Parker home decorating contest going on through Halloween. And winner gets, I'm going to pick 3 winners. You submit your photos such as this, and you'll get a gift card if you win. There are going to be 3 winners, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So gold, silver, bronze, and we're all going to vote. And I'm very, very excited. So she showed me her shelf, and is it not adorable? If you're watching on a TV, if you're on your phone or your tablet, you should be able to zoom in. But oh my goodness, girl, is this not adorable? She was like, I have to show you how. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I hope that I can get to a point where I have this many. Oh my goodness. So she's got her, evergreen stuff she's been collecting over the years on the top. She has all of her new stuff on shelf 2. She's got more stuff on shelf 3. So it looks like she kind of, all sectioned it out and stuff. And it's so cute. Is it not? It's so dang cute. So I had to share that with you because I just thought that was so fun. And people are so creative. When you follow people that collect Johanna Parker on Instagram and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You can like see the way people decorate. Some people do it in the kitchen, in the dining room, some people do it in the living room. It's just so neat to see how people decorate with it. And I just absolutely love it. Because I told you guys in the beginning when I first started the series, I felt like an idiot because now I've met so many personal collectors in the store. They don't have social media or anything. And I met so many people shopping, and I was like, they were telling me all about her line and, how long she's been designing. And I was like, and I made a video last year with the scarecrow for fall because I was so excited. I thought this mug was so cute. And a lot of people are saying that the decor is basically made for show. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, they sell it in the mug area so you can use it to drink out of, but a lot of people don't use it like that. They use it for decor. So I was like, oh my goodness. When I made that video, I was like, man, if the Johanna Parker true, you know what I mean? True fans like probably said, what are you doing drinking out of that? So now I just, have plans to decorate with it, but super cute nonetheless. You know what I mean? So, all right. So I also wanted to jump into sharing with some photos that my friends have text me, other creators here on the platform. And so this is kind of an idea of other home goods. And I like to share this with you guys because I have two friends that live in Southern California and I live in Northern California. So it's always cool to see the difference in the stock, how it's stocked, how much merchandise they're getting versus us. Because I just have to say, I just feel like Northern California is so slow, and even the stock. I mean, they don't really organize one designer in one corner. Like my store that I've been sharing with you lately has had, like certain areas of her stuff, but more or less it's been kind of, sprinkled out into the store. So I like to share that. And another friend kind of just shared, a little bit of stock in her stores as well. She was out and she was like, this made me think of you. She texted me and she's like, this made me think of you. I said, girl, oh my goodness, if I was there, I would just be like literally have my head in like so close to the shelves, like just trying to see everything. Cause y'all know, I love to dig and see what's behind this and what's behind that and what's behind that. So I highly encourage you guys, if you're going into Home Goods, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, if you don't have a highly organized stock store, make sure you look behind things, and kind of shuffle. I mean, obviously be very careful, but a lot of that stuff, excuse me, the way that it's stocked is kind of hidden, so there's always stuff, hidden gems, the true hidden gems thing. And then she showed me this as well. And so a lot of it was very similar to what we have here in Northern California, but I noticed there's some stuff in these photos that I didn't see in my stores. And you guys know I just posted my spookathon, which was like 3 hours long, many, many trips, 8 trips in total, I think. And uh yeah, I mean, there was just so much that I was looking at when I blew up this picture, and I was like looking, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think we've had that. You know what I mean? So it's always interesting to see what other states are getting in their stores. So I also just want to share some fun photos with you guys. Now, a friend of mine sent me her kind of the way that she decorates, and I thought that was really cool. Now, these are not current photos she was telling me, but these are so cool. And I thought it was so fun to just share with you kind of the way that she decorated, because so many people enjoy Halloween and they just really, really go all out. And I just love to share, especially the cutesy crafty type of decorating, because obviously some people, that decorate, they're more into the spooky haunted house type vibe. And once in a while, when you see decorating that's kind of been intermingled, do you know what I mean, with different styles, I just think that's so fun. So she sent me these photos and she was like, yeah, over the years, we've really dug our heels into, decorating. And so she puts a wreath above her fireplace and so forth. Just so cute. I love to share. And, it's just really cool to see the way different people decorate to get inspiration and stuff like that, so just so cool. I mean, I love Halloween with that moody vibe, just real glowy and all that good stuff. So for those of you that decorate for Halloween, I highly encourage you guys to, definitely participate in the contest. Submit your photos via email and we'll vote, and there is a chance to win HomeGoods gift cards. So I really encourage you guys to do that. I just love everyone that does every room. They've got these little, because when you're walking through HomeGoods, you oftentimes we see these like felt and stuffed type animals or pillows and stuff like that, shaped like something. And I always wonder when I'm in those shelves sharing those things with you guys, like what people are doing with those specifically. And a lot of people just do a lot of different things. So I definitely wanted to share all these cool little photos with you. And just kind of share different ideas and different things that people do because I just thought it was so cool. All right, you guys, I think that's going to wrap up all of the photos. Now, for moi, I wanted to share with you, I have a giant treat coming up for you here Tuesday. So make sure your bells are on. And I'm going to show you a snippet. I'm going to tease. I'm going to tease you for a second. So if you haven't subscribed, girl, you need to get over here. Come on in, have a seat, have a cup of joe, and let's just chat it up. Let's chat it up. So I did want to share with you my collection. I announced a few weeks ago that I was doing a mega haul. Remember that? And I asked you guys on stream what I should do. Cause I was like, I'm moving, you guys, next month I'm moving. And so we were going to do it this week. And then we found out we were going to clear out our garage this weekend. And then I talked to a neighbor and we have like a county pickup coming next weekend. So we're going to do our whole entire garage. I'm going to film the whole thing and all that. So we're moving in September. And so I have been shopping throughout my, trips and stuff like that. And so I was telling you guys that I really wanted to share a lot of the stuff that I was getting, but I didn't exactly know how to do it because I have to keep everything wrapped and everything, And so I said, you know what? This was just a couple weeks ago. I said, should I just do a mega haul? Because y'all know when you chill with Christina from Scratch around these parts, not only are you going to get vintage inspiration while saving money, you're also going to get a really fun time, and you're going to get a lot of twists and turns and tricks and treats and a lot of cool things. So I am going to share with you my collection. So you got to stay tuned for the mega haul, and I will definitely share with you it in its entirety. So when I announced that, I said, should I do it in broken up videos? And girl, I was like, you know what? I'm going to knock it out. And we're going to do a mega giant haul for you. And that's what we're going to do. So to sum it up and to give you a teaser, I am now going to debut my personal collection for 2026. First, before I do that, this is what I was dealing with. And this is what you're going to see. Okay, you guys. Yes. Now, I have been shopping since June. And let me tell you, I am very excited to share these items with you one by one, tell you what I love about them and how much they cost and the whole thing. And obviously, a lot of us that shop at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and HomeGoods, a lot of our prices are pretty much the same. I feel like, however, I did get a comment a couple of days ago from my spookathon. who said her prices where she lived were way different. So I love the fact that we have a growing community here and we're all kind of on the same page. We all like the same vintage inspired Halloween, spooky, kind of decor. And if that's not your jam, that's okay too. You're always welcome in our corner. Grab a blanket, grab a cup of Joe, come on in, have a seat on the couch, and let's all hang. Let's slumber. So with that, I just wanted to say that I had started going into the stores probably around the last week of June is when I started. And I started to kind of really see what I wanted to get. And the reason why I collected so much is because I've never been a Halloween person. I've always kind of skipped over it. And I have a treat coming up for you. So stay tuned because you're on a little cute, you're in Alice in Wonderland over in these parts. Okay. So you never know what you're going to get from my little channel. So I have a really, really, really big treat for you guys coming up, and it's beyond my mega haul. So just stay tuned for Thursday's video. And I might have to push it to Saturday because your girl's got some plans for you. But I do want to do it in sequence. So here is my plan. And I love y'all so much for being here. So first, this is my theory. Okay, let me see what you guys think. Let me see what you guys think. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to surprise them. And they'll never know what they're going to get because we're all about the surprises around here. So if you don't like surprises, you might not like hanging around here. However, I was thinking, okay, how can I make this year super fun and super interesting, but also keep them on the edge of their seat? Girl, I got to keep you on the edge of your seat. So first, we did our spooky-thon. And we did some surprises. So if you haven't seen the spookathon, you got to go watch it. I'll link it below after the video's done. But then we're going to do our mega haul where we've actually, I've shared, okay, I've been in the store several times for you all. I've shared it all. This is what I accumulated. Why? Because before I just always did fall, just little touches of fall. Honestly, I mean, I've always been a really big Christmas person. And let me know in the chat, you guys, what is your favorite holiday of the holiday season? Like when you start seeing the burr months on their way, maybe you're on social media a little bit, or you're shopping in the stores. If you don't do social, that's okay too. But and the reason why I say that is because I've met so many people in the stores. Girl, I talk to everybody. Okay. You want to say hi to me? We're going to have a conversation. All right. And we're going to be sharing a piece of pie. That's the way it works with me. So all these people that I've met in the store, it's just amazing, of who loves what they're coming for. And this is just, people start shopping really early. They really do. And so I've never really accumulated a lot for Halloween. And then when I had found the Johanna Parker line in 2025, I was like, God, these are so cute. I mean, can you even, you guys? I mean, what is happening? You know what I mean? What is happening? So when I found it, I was like, where have I been? What planet have I lived on? I'm not in the Halloween thing. I got to get with it. So I started deciding that instead of jumping from fall to Christmas, you know what I mean? And just, throwing a little bit of Halloween. I mean, I've done a little bit of Halloween. When I say I've never been into Halloween, that's not really 1000% true, but I used to shop at Dollar Tree all the time. So I would just do little tweaks. You know what I mean? I would just do like my little shelf in the dining room or something, or a little bit of on the table, on the dining room table in in the extra dining room. That's it. Or like have a little shelf by the TV, in the family room or whatever. But I've never been one that's had a shelf of an abundance of things. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, now that I found something that's really spoken to me, I have to get in on this. And so that is why you see the abundance of all the things. So stay tuned. I'm going to take you with me. It's going to be a fun ride. I'm going to share with you everything I got. And I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it. So if you've never been into Halloween, girl, you got to get on with me. You got to come in, have a seat. Let's cafe around there. Let's just come on in. You're more than welcome. All right. So with that said, after that, I thought, oh, wait a minute. I got to keep them on their seat even more, on the edge. Well, we shop. And then we show, and then we do, right? Then we show you what we're doing with it all. And that is my plan. So keep your fingers crossed that we get moved and settled by the end of September, girl, because we have moved so many times. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to showcase all of these wonderful items that I'm going to share with you this coming week. And I've got lots in store with you because you are going to always have fun with me. My editing style, I think, is a little bit different than the average retail shopping channel that you'll see. I try to make it fun. I try to keep you engaged. And if you saw the spooky-thon, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen it, girl, you got to go see it. Even if you don't stay for the whole thing, you don't have to. I understand. 2.5 hours. What the hell? What are you talking about? I got things to do. I got a life to live. I get it. But just watch the first 10 minutes of it. Just watch the first 10 minutes of it and come back and go, now I know what you're talking about, girl. Okay, I got you. I got you. So if you love Halloween, you're going to love it. Because it just kind of, I had so much fun making that video. So I intend on doing another one because you guys loved it a lot. So I can't wait to share with you everything I got and then show you what I'm going to do with it. So that's kind of where I was going with that. So I'm very excited. Now, to close the show, we do our show for usually about 2 hours. We're an hour and 20. So for those of you that are new to this live stream, I'll reiterate the schedule we have for our weekly roundup. The first 15 minutes of the show, I always talk to you guys about highlights, promotions, anything I want to share with you that I'm personally doing. Now, I always tell you guys, anything I share with you that I'm making, that I'm creating, that I'm just kind of getting the juices flowing in the nugget, that's just me. So no pressure. I just like to let you know what's out there, give you an opportunity. That's what this QR code is above your head here on the left. If you want to see anything behind the scenes that I'm doing personally, we do that for the first 15 minutes. Then the star of the show is always Johanna Parker. We've got lots coming up. We've got Christmas coming up. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. So we're going to see a lot of production, a lot of promotion from her, and it's going to be fantastic. So just stay tuned because her stuff is just so fun. Even if you don't do much for Valentine's Day, I promise you, I think if you've never collected her stuff before, I think it's at least going to encourage you to do a coffee bar, because where's our happy place? Go. If you drink coffee, if you don't drink coffee, that's okay too. Make a tea station. I mean, it's so funny how like the kitchen is where we spend the most time. And if you don't drink coffee, you don't have to drink coffee. Make a cocoa bar, make a tea station. Just get yourself like where you're excited and where, that's just your little happy space. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of coffee lovers out there, and I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. But there are people out there that don't do coffee. They do tea, or they do, hot cocoa, or whatever the case is. And you want that to be your happy special place, because girl, that is the time you're trying to get to the gas station. In that little coffee bar, you're trying to get your favorite mug, get you in a good mood. You're trying to pick what you want to drink that morning, and you want that vibe, that ambiance to be a happy place you go every single day, girl. Because some of us get up and we don't want to be there. We don't want to get up and go to work. We don't want to get the kids ready. We don't want to do this. And when you wake up and you start to feel your body, that is when you got 10, 15 minutes for yourself, and you just need to, get your feet on the ground, get your motor running. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. And then after we spotlight Johanna Parker, that's where we get to hear. And the last part of the show, for those of you that have never been to my live stream, we do viral items for the week. Yes, we do. And this, I can tell you right now, I am on YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. That's my happy place. That's where I live. I'm not on TikTok. So I got to go to my assistant, Alexa, who works for me. I got to go to my assistant. I have 8 Alexas in my house, and Alexa is my secretary. Yes, she is. She is my assistant, my little sales assistant. I got my chat GBT. That's my business manager. Yes, that is how I operate. And so every little week on Sunday morning, I ask my assistant what is going viral. And I cannot tell you how much fun we have had implementing this segment of the show, which is what the hell is going viral. And we have found the most beautiful pieces ever. This is where we found the, now, if you're on social media and you're already like have a TikTok account, and that's your gig, or you're on Facebook Reels, if that's your thing, or if you're on Instagram like me, and Reels are where you get all your info, then you might have already seen all these things. But for your girl here, that's where we saw the gumball machine. And that was the gumball machine from Michael's, for those of you that don't know. I wonder, do I still have that photo in here? Let's see if I still have it. For those of you that have maybe never seen it before, Let's see. The gumball machine. Have you guys heard about this gumball machine? It went viral. We talked about it last time. Last week we talked about it actually several times because they didn't make that many of them was the point. And and I just wanted to share it with you guys because when I first met a couple of my friends, I was like, girl, she kept talking about this gumball machine. I was like, what is it? And so this was the viral gumball machine. This is the gumball machine that went viral at Michael's, and a lot of people were loving it. They wanted it. I think it was, some people said it was 130 and other people said it was $70. So I'm not really sure because I don't know if they had two versions of it, but what we saw on online was this gumball machine. So that was one of the things that went viral. After that, we saw a witch hat lamp. And I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen with you now again. So we'll get rid of, let's go ahead and we've already covered Johanna Parker. We went to Dolly Valentine. So now we're going to talk about some things that have, let's see. Now we're going to talk about Wayfair apparently has some viral items going on, which I didn't know. That is the ghosts, I guess. There are these flying ghosts, I guess, that went viral on Wayfair. Now, I don't really shop on Wayfair. Let me know if you do. I don't really shop on Wayfair. So we'll have to see if this is of any interest to any of you guys. But definitely, I think they might be these maybe flying ghosts, $37.99. But yeah, Alexa was not specific as to what ghosts these were, but apparently Wayfair is kind of trending a little bit, for different things that they've had. But that is what Alexa told me, and that was the viral flying ghosts. So I did want to share that with you. Now, Target also came out with their it's called let's see. Target came out with let's see, one second. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Target came out with a line called Hide and Eek, and I'm going to share with you something physical in just a second because I went on Target and I wanted to see what was trending for them because I needed a t-shirt. I'm not even gonna lie. I needed a t-shirt for the video that I was making. And I was like, what's happening at Target? Because I don't really shop at Target all that much is what it is. I don't really go there very often. So I've always just shopped at Walmart the majority of the time. And so I wanted to see what was trending at Target. So let's see. Before we go to Target, let's do now I also asked Alexa for what was trending on Amazon. So before we go to Target, let's just do that first. So on Amazon, they've had a few things trending for a while. And so they've had like flying bats, they have LED bats, they've had these flying ghosts. There's been a few things that I found as well, just kind of, researching on my own. But we talked about these bats when we first started the series. And these flying ghosts, this is so cute. Look how cute I mean, can you even? That is really cute. And it operates on a remote. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. That is so cute. Wow. And it's on sale, actually. This is why I tell you guys to use the extensions. I usually try to share the extension with you guys because if you get Rakuten, which is one of the extensions that I use, but I also use Capital One. And even when I wasn't a card holder, I'd use Capital One and I'd still get the savings. So make sure you try using Capital One savings extension, and it will oftentimes save you money. So even though this is $49.99, you're going to get $10 off. So it's actually just going to be $39.99. So that's kind of how I've started to look for the viral items and but when I ask Alexa, I usually ask her, okay, what specifically is on trend right now? And so basically she'll give me 2 or 3 items that are really hitting the fan right now and trending and in the limelight of social media and so on. So if you're into this kind of stuff, definitely check it out. I know a lot of you guys decorate your lawns and your, backyard, or maybe some of you turn your house into even a haunted house. I mean, Halloween is just one of those fun times where people just go all out. I've met so many people in the store that just really do. I met a lady the other day too that did she does vintage, like she does her house like a vintage old time haunted house. And I just thought that was so cool. And she was showing me pictures and stuff. And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? So it's always fun to hear what people like are into, and what they think is really cool. So also there's some floating candles that are going on sale as well, or going on viral, I guess, on Amazon. So you guys have probably seen these. A lot of people that have like Christmas trees, vintage Christmas trees, use these too on their trees. But a lot of people, apparently these are going viral on TikTok. So if you guys are interested in looking into these flameless candles, you might want to, or floating candles rather. So a lot of people are hanging them from the ceiling. So that's kind of cool. That's new. Another way that I find where the top viral items are is I can go here and ask for, let's do top viral. Let's see, we did this last week too. Top viral Halloween items for the week of. Because remember, search engines are always very specific. If you're looking for something, you have to talk to the engine like you're talking to, be very specific over what you're looking for. Otherwise, it's just going to give you a broad term. So viral items for the week of August 16th, because today's the 16th, 2026. Okay, so it's thinking and it's going to tell me. So we've done this several times. So what has been heavily trending? It's kind of like when a song goes on the chart, and doesn't come down. Now, this skeleton, we've shown him many times, you guys. It's called Skelly. It's a 12-foot skeleton that has been viral now for 3 weeks in a row. If you guys have not seen this, it's a fun thing to see. We've talked about this several times. I played this video, I don't know how many times. It's so fun to watch though. So if you haven't seen the Skelly, you definitely need to go to, this is from Home Depot, by the way. And it's the funnest thing ever. So Home Depot sells it. This is the Home Depot website. They are famous for their animatronics. I will be going in there, as I mentioned. I was supposed to go in there earlier this week, but I did my mega haul instead. And I already have plans and an appointment to go in the morning and go first thing and see if I can see if they have these guys out on display. So they have lots of animatronics. Animatronics for your lawn always are pretty expensive. They're not, the most inexpensive things. But this particular skeleton has gone viral because the eyes move. They make lots of noises. They have different, I guess, what do you call it? Like the eyes do several different types of things. So let's see. Let's go. Oh wait, no, let's see. Is it this? Let's see. I showed him last week. Let's go to is this the front? Let's see. Here it is. It's right here. This is the same page, but where's the product though? Were we not on Home Depot? I thought we were. Oh, we weren't on Home Depot? Okay. Let's see. So if you go on Home Depot and you look for the Halloween. So we saw this last week. It was a fun video to watch. I played it like 3 times just because it's my favorite. You guys are probably getting bored with it, but it's so cool. I love the narration and everything to all of these animatronics that they have. But you can go to shop all and then of course go to Halloween because that's what's trending. And then you can go here and the skeleton, shop all. And then the skeleton, like I said, has been the most viral thing out there. There's also a Mickey, apparently, something from Disney that has also gone viral. The animatronic giants are always the biggest, I guess, main attraction though when you're looking at Home Depot, and you can these so that you can see that we've already kind of visited this before, and I can't remember. Does he have a video? I think he does have a video. I think it's the Costco one that doesn't have a video. So I'm going to try to play it for you one more time because I have so much fun playing these videos. Okay, where is it? Does this one have a video? Maybe it was this one that didn't have a video. Because I know we went to Costco too. Here it is. Video. Okay.
When gasps turn to whispers and whispers into shouts, even the youngest trick-or-treaters know what horror lurks about. A Fright Night icon, the 12-foot giant-sized skelly is what legends are made of. More than twice the height of the average life-size skeleton, this colossal creep is all bone and then some, stretching over a story tall.
I love it.
Each limb and appendage bears the realistic texture and detail of the real thing, from his 10 terrifying toes to his horrific human-like head. Deeply set in his skull, 2 life eyes move and blink, scanning for unsuspecting souls. Use the included remote control to choose from 8 available display eye options and maximize the monstrous mayhem. Should you be lucky enough to make it through the night, because Halloween is all about the biggest scares. And who's bigger than the 12-foot giant-sized skelly?
Isn't that fun?
At the Home Depot.
Only at the Home Depot. I always say that at the end. So we've seen this several times, you guys. These videos are so fun to watch. Like, just even if you don't buy this stuff, I mean, it's just so fun. My favorite video of all, I've shown you guys this before. And girl, my son cooked, and he baked me out. Like, it is 110 in here. So my son's on this like eating plan, and everything he makes is over the stove. And it's just like, oh my God, you're killing me over here. So I told him just now, like, I put it on mute and I was like, you have to do something, turn on the air, open the door. I don't know what you're doing, but you're killing me over here. But yeah, Home Depot is so fun to look at. They have lots of videos. We've seen this several times. And it's just been so fun. The carriage one that I've shown you guys is the funnest. And these are all pretty expensive, but if you look at it and you gauged on how long these last, honestly, I don't think the prices are too bad. And if you're a Home Depot card owner, then you probably get some kind of perk. But yeah, we've kind of been through this and we've seen it. We did clowns. We've done the stagecoach. This is my absolute favorite. We've never done the gremlins before. They're $249 for 3, which is not bad in my opinion. So if you're one that decorates your lawn and stuff, now might be the time to, think about maybe investing in something new. Oh my God, these are creepy. What? $99 for 2. I wonder if they make noise. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is so fun. Are you having fun? I hope you're having fun. Oh my God. Look at the Frankenstein. We saw another Frankenstein. I feel like it was at Lowe's. Does he have a video? I've said this before. Every time I have my granddaughter, she's like, let's watch the video. I always say that because every time I say it, I think of her.
Some living being! I've created life!
It's alive! But will you be so lucky? Better keep your distance from the 7-foot animated Frankenstein's monster. This not-so-gentle giant has broken out of the doctor's lab, and he's hell-bent on terrorizing the town one stiff step at a time.
Look out! Tie him up, quickly!
Under the glow of the moon, his frightening face radiates with blue LED light.
His eyes, he looks like he's malfunctioning.
Motion-activated eyes, and the chase is on!
That's so funny.
His arms moving up and down, reaching for the nearest bone to break. From big bolts to even bigger boots, This living legend looms larger than life in a navy blue suit. It's a sight to behold, one that puts the mad back into mad science. And if he gets a grip on you, it may just be your last. The 7-foot animated Frankenstein's monster. Only at the Home Depot.
Only at the Home Depot. I just love that. I'm sorry. I love it. Oh my God, that might annoy some of you, but I just think it's funny. Anyway, so we've been through this several times, and I like to share with you guys what Home Depot is promoting because they go viral every single year. So Home Depot is not the only place you're going to find these types of things. Another place that we visited several times on Wednesday and on Sunday was Costco. No, was it Sam's Club? Costco or Sam's? I think it might have been Costco. There was a life-size skeleton as well on Costco. And so this is kind of where we got our information. So like I said, if you're looking to just see what's viral, what's trending, and the reason why, if you're curious why, sorry, I fixed my hat and I forgot to put myself back on with you, but the reason why we do this search and why we figure out what's going on and why it's important to be up with the trends is because this is where you're going to find your best sales. You know what I mean? Whatever is super popular, whatever is sort of in the news, trending on social, stuff like that is when you're going to get the best prices on things, because that's when the stores are going to start really, kind of honing in and promoting what's going popular or what's, kind of circulating on social media. So it looks like another thing at Home Depot that we haven't seen is the mummy. So apparently there is an LED mummy that is super popular. Oh, we just saw that. We just saw that a minute ago. We just saw that. Where's the mummy at? So he's in the news. All right. He's in the news. Let's see what the mummy looks like. Let's see. So the mummy, where is he? Is it Deadwater Gray Bones? Let's see. I wonder if we can just get straight to that link. Animatronic Giants. Here we go. I think it was this part because I don't like their website. I feel like it's not very user friendly because you get lost. Like where the hell am I supposed to go? Yeah. So where's the mummy at? Let's see. We did clowns, you guys, which was so fun to watch. The clowns and they're so creepy looking. Where the heck is the mummy at? I should just clicked on the link because it took us straight to the mummy. So apparently the mummy's in the news. It's this one. Okay. So let's watch this video and see what this is. This one is, how much is he? I should have been telling you the prices. Let's see. I'm good when I'm in the store, but when I'm online, because I have 3 monitors in front of me, I get a little behind. So how much is he? Oh, $299. So that seems to be, I feel like that's kind of fair just because the animatronics are pretty expensive, but I feel like if you take care of them, I think they'd last. Home Depot is always viral, always. So it's not like you would be wasting your money because a lot of people invest in this kind of stuff.
Buried long ago, something has risen again. Meet the 11-foot giant-sized LED mummy. After centuries of silence, it walks the night once again. With 3 chilling sounds, its groans echo through the darkness. Glowing eyes pierce through the night. A glowing chest burns from deep within. Don't get too close. If it senses you, it awakens. Go big with this larger-than-life mummy.
That is pretty big. How do you maintain that, you guys?
LED mummy. Only at the Home Depot.
I just love that. Only at the Home Depot. So I was curious. I need to ask you guys a question. So how many of you guys, and also playback crew, hearts out to you. You guys know I absolutely adore the people that come back and watch the replay. But I was curious, how many of you use animatronics in your lawn or on your yard and stuff? I would be curious because I know here on our live streams, we pretty much always focus in and hone in on the cutesy Halloween. But when we cover the viral items, these kind of are a big deal because there are so many people that are literally invested in Halloween. And it's such a family oriented kind of thing that people do when they're decorating and they get all, you know what I mean? The costumes, and people spend hundreds of dollars on costumes and the decorations for their houses and stuff like that. So I was curious if you see this on the playback, how many of you guys invest in like animatronics for your homes? I would love to know, because I've never done anything like that or been with anybody that's been into Halloween like that. So I would be curious. And do you think, also, second part of that question is, do you think these prices are too high? As time goes on, and we see the economy changing and prices rising, I was curious if this is kind of like a fair priced, do you think, have you seen these before? Have you ever bought something like this, and so forth? So Spirit Halloween is also in the news. People do this every single year, but this particular item at Spirit is called a 7-foot pumpkin punisher. Now, we have not covered that here on our channel. Let's see. What is it? The 7-foot, what'd I say? 7-foot pumpkin. Oh my God, look at him. What? Wow. Does he do something? Does he say something? Wow. He makes noise. What? Okay, now just think. You're walking down the street. You know what I mean? You're taking your kids trick-or-treating. You see it. You walk by it. Boom. He bends over. You know what I mean? Like towards you. Wouldn't you freak out? I know I would. Okay, so beyond that, trending tabletop decor. Now, we did cover Anthropologie last week on Wednesday, or excuse me, I'm sorry, earlier in the week on Wednesday. We talked about Anthropologie and like Pottery Barn, places like that. So what's trending there is a lot of the glasses and stuff like that. So apparently American Good Morning America did something about, like what's trending. And, every year they do this article and they talk about things that are trending and they're the most popular items and so forth. And Anthropologie came in. And, we've kind of already covered this. We went to Anthropologie directly and we talked about these glasses. The reason why some of these glasses went viral, you guys, is because some of them, not this particular orange one here with the ghost on it, but there's a black one with ghosts on it and it glows in the dark. So it looks like there's some bakeware that's trending. Williams Sonoma has this waffle iron for $10.95. So, there's always lots of ways to find out what's going viral, what's popular, what's in mainstream, things like that. Just in case, it's kind of a fun thing to do on your own time, even if you're not on social media and you're just Googling things. But obviously, if you're here, you're probably into social media the way I am. Ooh, that's weird. Frankenstein ceramic cups. What? And it has his nose? What the hell? Oh my God. That's weird, don't you think? West Elm. What is that? I have never seen such a thing. Have you guys ever seen those? Why would anybody pay for a mug that has an ear on it? How weird. Good Morning America is promoting that. It's supposed to be a Frankenstein cup, but Frankenstein is green. Frankie's green. Anyway, so Good Morning America does some kind of an article. Another thing that I heard Alexa tell me was that there's some viral things going on TJ Maxx. Now, we have seen some of the things that are going viral on Instagram. So TJ Maxx, let's go to TJ Maxx for a second, because we've been to TJ Maxx a couple of times. We'll circle back to Target and we'll close with Target. But we talked about TJ Maxx several times because they also have sorry, my hair's falling out everywhere. They've been going viral, and there's been a couple of things, I guess, at Target that Alexa was telling me. So trending now, I don't know if when you ask a machine, if the trend, if they're looking at it like based on like just the trending tab, or if it's, because I always ask my machine, Alexa, my assistant, I call her, but I always ask like where it's getting its information from. Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Where is it getting this information that it's sharing with me? So let's see, Halloween. So it was saying that there were some mugs that were going viral. We talked about the mugs last week. We talked about, several different things. Martha Stewart has been going viral. We have talked about her several times. She has like a mirror with like a ghost image or something inside of it. That's been real popular at TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx has an abundance of mugs right now, which I'm excited to see because I'm a mug collector. And I feel like mugs are just not really focused or honed in on like they used to be. So it was nice to see a lot of accounts on Instagram talking about, stuff that's going viral in terms. Oh, that's really cute. Look at this. This is super cute. What is that? A candle? That's so cute. Spiced cider. Ghosts are really in, you guys, this year. This whole vintage thing is really like popped off this year. So you're going to see it everywhere. And I think it's going to trickle into Christmas, to be honest. I think we're going to be. I was curious to ask you guys also if Ralph Lauren was going to be making his way around for Christmas 2026 because he was really viral in 2025. That whole American, what's it called? That plaid that he has. But yeah, there's some mugs going viral from Instagram, and we're gonna go on Instagram to before we actually close out. But there's been some ghosts, I guess, and the mugs, and there was one other thing that that's pretty. There was one other thing that was going viral as well. My mom collects these fairies. She hasn't. I wonder if she's seen this one. My mom collects this Mark Roberts, I guess. They're so expensive too. Oh my God. We saw a Roberts item last week that was like $500. I kept saying $500 over and over and over again. Anyway, so the terracotta pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns are very, very popular this year. If you're not sure about what terracotta is, it's like a planter, kind of an orange, if you don't know colors. Johanna Parker has had some things on the website, but they really do sell out fast. So if you haven't checked out TJ Maxx, definitely do so. There was 4 pages in all in terms of the things. I'm not really sure the way TJ Maxx designs their website in terms of what they promote, if that makes sense. So because every time we come over here and we look at the Halloween items, it's really not that many pages. You would think because TJ Maxx is an assortment store, just like HomeGoods, it would have like pages and pages, of that kind of thing. Now, the Peanuts plate, there's a mug, and I think this is what it's talking about. There was a pink mug that I shared in my Spookathon video, my really long trip one, Peanuts, because Peanuts they've been making the rounds and they're super, super popular this year. And they have a pink mug that I guess is from one of the Halloween episodes. Ooh, there's clogs. Look at those clogs. Oh my God, you guys, I love clogs. Anyway, there was a mug that went to this plate right here that apparently I met a woman in the store who said, we were talking about Johanna Parker, and then she turns around and she shows me this pink mug from Peanuts and said, she said, I came here to get this mug. She said, I didn't think it would come back this year. She said it was viral last year. So like I said, anything you missed out on last year or haven't had a chance to see, like myself, definitely just wander into TJ Maxx and start looking around. But if you're really looking into wondering what's going viral, let's go back to Instagram real quick, and then we'll close out with Target, like I said. So let's go to Instagram and just start looking around. So I always show you guys my personal Instagram because I just kind of share with you who I follow. The reason why I share this with you guys and my personal account and all that stuff is because, well, it's my channel account, so it's not personal, but the reason why I encourage you guys to follow accounts like Johanna Parker is because this is going to lead you into other things. And what you can do is stumble upon other people that might live in a state that you live in that can kind of give you an idea of where they're finding this stuff. Because I know a lot of you come to my videos and say, man, I just can't find this, or you know what I mean? Or I missed out on that, or I was too late or whatever. So these are the canisters I keep talking about over and over that I have not found in my collection. As you could see, you'll see up close and personal what I've collected over the last couple of months, but I cannot find these canisters no matter what I do. And I don't know if they're going to make it. Either I just missed out on it, or I just haven't had the good fortune of getting there, when it opens. And yeah. So American Eagle has had this sweatshirt. I don't know how many of you guys like wearing Halloween attire, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And when we get to Target, I'm going to show you something physical. That's why I waited for Target. But yeah, I love this sweatshirt. Everything in American Eagle, if you're not familiar with their brand, which I have just recently become a fan of their brand, they're very, very youthful. You know what I mean? Like most of the American Eagle itself is for young people, but I love casual clothes and they're really into the vintage thing. And this sweatshirt's been sold out a few times and now it's back in stock. And so if you like that, I think it's a fun thing to, I don't like that they did gray, but that's, you know, just kind of the way it is. So like I said, a lot of the accounts that have been promoted to me and you know they're, as you can see, I don't follow this person but it's being recommended to me, and that's why I say you know, start following Johanna Parker and then it'll show you other accounts like that. And so if you're having trouble finding the Johanna Parker product, this is where you're going to probably see someone maybe that lives in your state or your area that's going to help you find, you know, all the things. So definitely check it out. And I just think that it's really, really helpful, you know. So this person, I'm sorry, hold on one second. So this person right here is Amanda Jane, and she's a crafter. So like I said, it's just really interesting what gets recommended to you when you start to follow other people. And I just absolutely love watching this stuff, discovering new people, supporting small business. That's just my thing. So definitely check it out. This person's account is called Amanda Jane Crafty. Let's follow her just because she looks fun. And so anyway, that's why I share with you my own personal account, because if you're not really into Instagram, I know I'm fairly new to it. Like I have my account, I know I have my social media, you know, I have to start like posting more and stuff like that. But I've really had to find my way with Instagram because I don't really know it all that well. My friends know it a lot better than I do. But this is where I get my ideas. This is where I find out what's trending. This is where I find out where to go. I mean, look at some of these Kirkland's, you know, I was like, oh my God, Kirkland's, you know, and so we tried to cover Kirkland's very early on because they've had so many to look at. The dupes, okay, the dupes of it all. So definitely check out Kirkland's. Now, when we went to Kirkland's website, not all this was available. So let's try. Let's go to Kirkland's because you know I'm all about the sharing. Let's see, Kirkland's. Let's see, where are we with time? We're right at 2 hours. We're making good time. So Kirkland's, let's go to their main website, kirklands.com. Let's see what they have on their website for Halloween. Does Kirkland's have a website? I mean, I feel like find a store, new arrivals. Here we go. Hey, hold on. New arrivals. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Where is Halloween? We've done at home too. Let's see. Here we go. Kirkland's Halloween. Okay, so Kirkland's had some dupes. I think we visited this before. This is really cool. Look at this little witch thing. That's so cute for 39 bucks. I don't know. For specialty stuff, you guys, I don't mind paying a little bit more, but to be honest, because I have Rakuten, you see this little extension on the right side of my screen. It says 2%. Girl, you know I'm going to be ordering online and trying to get my money back because that's just what that's what I promote on my channel. I don't like anybody to pay full price because you should always be earning from your credit card and earning from an extension if you can get it online, even if you pick it up in the store. It's always more fun to shop in person, of course, and I think Rakuten actually has a way for you to shop in store and still save the money and get the percentage off. But girl, if I'm going to be spending 50 bucks or more, I'm going to be getting some percentage back. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I mean? I'm going to, not only will they have a sale, but I want to get a percentage back. So I don't see those items on here. So as you can see, that's why I always rely on Instagram to kind of, you know, like follow the people that are sharing what's in their store, because for Northern California, we're just not getting this stuff. And I don't know why. I can't really answer why sometimes the stock is slower in other stores or other states than it is for, you know, different people. Like, I don't know. Northern California, for me, in my opinion, is always slow. So as you could see, we went to kirklands.com. We didn't see all this stuff. So highly recommend, if you have a Kirkland's in your area, just wander in there, even if you're not in a position. But they do have some vintage inspired folk art Halloween items, and they're pretty affordable. The last person that I saw go in there, like that cat she showed in this clip, there was like a pumpkin one. It was kind of like Bethany Lowe inspired, and it was only $19.99. So definitely check out Kirkland's if you haven't had the chance. And And then, you can see other people go into HomeGoods and figure out what they're getting. And then, where the clearances are, where the sales are. Christmas is coming up, and I know a lot of you guys are going to start shopping. Some people just, shop really early. And so that's kind of why I share this stuff. See, this is primitive folk art. So if you like that style, here's another designer. It's called Primitive Pig Folk Art. And this looks like kind of like a doll or something. This is really neat. They're based in Michigan. So very specific style, the folk art, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But like, this is where I kind of explore. I always just get on Instagram and start like looking to see what Instagram is going to recommend. And then that's kind of how I discover new designers. But to be honest, I love supporting individual business, small business. I'm really into that. And Instagram is kind of the prime time. So we talked about Martha Stewart going viral as well for her mirror. And I think that one has been promoted more on TikTok than it has been on Instagram. But I think I've seen it a couple of times. God, look what they did to Bruce. Oh my goodness. He doesn't even look the same. Oh my good. I don't even want to talk about that. Anyway, I haven't really covered fall, to be honest, on my channel yet. I guess I need to head over there. I already did Hobby Lobby. I just never posted it, but because I've been so honed in on Halloween. But here's another one. Oh my God, how cool. Look at this. A cookie company. What? Don't you guys think that's cool? I love sharing this interesting stuff. I don't know if you guys find it interesting. Like the video if you think that this stuff is interesting, but I just love like sharing, what I find on Instagram. Because I never knew this stuff even existed. You know what I mean? Like I've always been into shopping and home decor and vintage style. Sorry, Alexa was talking. I have 15,000 reminders. Anyway, so just make sure that you're following different people on Instagram and you're going to get the best out of that. Also, it's also good. Like I said, I don't know why, but because I'm, retail and I do the shopping and everything, I like to definitely follow accounts that are going to show me what's trending for like this Christmas and winter season as well. Because TJ Maxx, sells shoes and all that stuff. Here's some Halloween sunglasses. Those are fun. So I don't know why I always get like the coolest recommendations. So like I said, what the hell? Oh, I know. This is like, we talked about this, you guys. If you're curious if I do this too, I have also shared going over to eBay and Etsy. We did this last week. And we talked about how people are going to the stores, the discount stores, buying this stuff. And like just price gouging and just charging like astounding prices for stuff that we can get in TJ Maxx and HomeGoods for like super inexpensive. You know what I mean? So I know that a lot of you are sad and like discouraged that you may not be getting Johanna Parker in your stores, but just be mindful, and be very careful if you're going to wander over to eBay or Etsy. There's another website we were introduced last week called Vinted, Vinted. So let me share that with you real quick. How many minutes do I have? I have about 20 minutes, so I'm doing okay. But there was a place that someone shared with us last week called Vinted. I've never heard of it. A lot of you guys know about it, but I never did. So this is the reason why I'm so grateful for my community that I'm growing here. But she was saying that if you go on Vinted and you can't find Johanna Parker stuff, try this website. And she was saying that she was giving us a hack on how to find sellers that were reselling Johanna Parker's items for not price gouging. In other words, like this one right here. Like we know that this sells for $12.99 in HomeGoods, and this person is asking $12 to $13.33. So I feel like that's, fair. Now this person paid $12.99 for that cup, damn well, and she's trying to charge $30. No, not doing it. Look at this person. Like they made a pillow, they want $100. So it just depends, I think depends on how skilled you get at like look at this piece right here. This is a older, it's a Transpac Johanna Parker item, and this person wants $26.95. I feel like that's fair. Like, because it's a specialty piece, like a boutique piece. So I'm really happy that this person came over and started introducing us to this website, because we will start looking at it more often. This is part of the of the autumn collection. I'm kind of happy to see that because I haven't seen it in HomeGoods, and of course, you guys know I always show you up close everything. So definitely stay tuned because I'm taking you back into HomeGoods again, and I'll probably do another marathon video or something like that in the future. Because when I get into a groove, I go in there almost every day. Oh, look at this. What the heck is that? Isn't that cool? Johanna Parker makes glasses. Did anybody know this? Wow. So City Kitty said, thank you so much for commenting. We have many Home Depot animatronics we use in our yard display. We just got the Mummy and Evil Pixie this year. Oh my God. I'm so excited for you guys. That's so cool. Thank you for commenting. Welcome, Kitty. I hope that you decide to pull up a chair, get a blankie, and get a drink and hang out with us. But did you guys know that Johanna Parker made glasses? I did not know that. She apparently made drinking glasses at some point. Now, keep in mind, Johanna Parker's been designing since 2003, so I'm sure there's probably a lot of people out there on this website. Look at, there's a witch too. Isn't that cool? I've never seen anything like this. Now, for me, I feel like as long as the glass isn't damaged or chipped, I feel like it's kind of worth investing, I don't know, $16 isn't bad. I mean, I don't know. That is a lot, and if you want the set, because you got to have the set, you know what I mean? But this person here charging double, no. Unless they're just, if these resellers are considering shipping, I get it. But we all know that shipping is gauged on weight. So how are you going to go and charge $50 for this thing we know we can get in HomeGoods for $12.99 or $20 max? You know what I mean? 25 maximum. So I'm not digging that at all. I think, the greed is out of control, honestly. And I think it really is robbing from, if they're a collector and maybe they have dupes and they're trying to get rid of them, then I understand that. Like this right here, I absolutely adore. I would probably honestly pay $20 for this cup just because it's so damn cute. But if it went beyond $23, no, I would not do that. So like I said, keep Vinted in mind. There is a hack with it. And you can go, if you're an avid subscriber and you hang out with us, watch the recorded videos, watch the live streams, and other people will come in and start, kind of sharing hacks on how to find this stuff, and not where you won't get, just literally, I don't know, taken advantage of, because I really hate for that. I don't want that to happen to you guys. It's unnecessary and it's just wrong, for these people to go on these reseller websites, it's too much. $26.95 for a cup that's worth $12.99. No, stop it. If you go on Johanna Parker's base, like direct website, she's not, you know what I mean? Even in her store, but she's the designer and she's worth every penny, I feel like. But to have someone just buy something in HomeGoods and then turn around and, sell it for 3 times the cost. The only other thing I can implement or factor in is maybe they're getting, maybe to sell on Vinted, there's other fees, which happens a lot, but I don't know. I just can't justify something that expensive. I just can't do it. So Kitty also said, we are the favorite house in the neighborhood for Halloween every year for our display. Home Depot is definitely a must for Halloween. Thank you so much, Kitty. Love that you said that. Thank you so much. I know there's newcomers that come and see the stream. Sometimes they come at the tail end. Sometimes they stay for the whole time. And sometimes you guys subscribe, and you guys all know you're more than welcome to our social club around here. My Beasties. I love you guys so much. And I love that you comment and, spend time with me and like the videos and just, literally let me know your thoughts. I appreciate every word you write, every minute you spend. So thank you guys so much. So anyway, you guys, don't forget Vinted. If you're looking for Johanna Parker products, I highly recommend that you check it out. All right. So we did talk about that we were going to go to Target, and let's see, can I move Target over here? All right. So here is Target, and Target came out with their hide and eek line, and they just released it. So if you guys are not aware, Target is going viral for all of their decor. Now, I did share with you guys, Target and these houses, it's more than that. It's not like we haven't been to the Target website every live stream because we usually visit it. But right now, because it's getting closer to Halloween, all of their affordable decor is going viral. It does every year, to be honest. So they have $5 items, $10 items. We did talk about these houses. Now we know Target does these houses every single year for every single season. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like this hide and eek is new, but I don't shop at Target that often. So I'm not, quite sure if these have always been there. Because like I said, I'm kind of new to Halloween. You know what I mean? Like just really investing in Halloween and trying to figure out what I want to do with it and stuff. So if you guys are in the market to go to Target and look around, definitely check out the Bullseye or wherever they have the Halloween decor. They have several different filler houses available. Some are $5, some are $10. Now we know that Target has played with prices for years. If you're really familiar with the Bullseye area, they've actually played with prices quite a bit. They really have. They started out at 1, 3, and 5, and then they kind of played with 1, 3, 5, and 7. And then they went to 3, 5, and 10. So over the years, Target has really, kind of played with their prices. So they do have $5 and under. So if you guys are interested and you're looking for decor, or you're looking for some steals and deals, if that makes sense, then you definitely want to check out their website and look. Now, if you're looking for decor specifically, because that's what we're all about around these parts, then you can go to the hide and eek, I guess it's called. That is if you go to Target and then Halloween, and then you go to the hide and eek, it's got its own little space here in the website portion of things. Let's see. So there's a lot of promoting stuff they're doing. Icon glasses always go viral every single year. The tea lights, those are going viral, I think Alexa said. A lot of the artwork has been trending from Target, especially. I think, to be honest, in my opinion, I think the artwork is better at HomeGoods and at TJ Maxx. So here is the boutique. This one I think is specifically designed to save you money. So if you're looking for ideas, but here's the thing about Target, and I want to definitely share this with you guys because it's important. When you go to Target, even if you're going to the hide and eek and stuff, always make sure you go to the filter and you look for, make sure, let's see, type. I just want to make sure category. Just make sure that whatever you're looking at, that it's sold by Target. Okay. So when you look for things and you're shopping and stuff, just make sure that whatever it is that you're deciding to purchase, especially if it's online, obviously if you're in the store, it's specifically from Target. But I've noticed as I shop, cause like I said, I ordered a couple of t-shirts I'm going to share with you in just a second. But yeah, I ordered a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and I really had to filter out and sift that it was actually sold by Target, because there's so many platform sellers on there now that it's hard to know what's coming where. And so if you're kind of familiar with that, then you'll find that pretty much on any company website anymore. Especially Walmart has a lot of the resellers and stuff like that. So just make sure that when you're purchasing something on any website, that you make sure that it is sold by the store that you're shopping from. Especially Walmart. I think Walmart has a tab on the left side in the filter that just says Walmart itself. So this is part of the inexpensive decor that Target is selling right now. And so there are some things that are going viral from Target. But the biggest headline when I was doing my research before the live stream started was who was trending. And Target was one of the main companies that was trending, aside from Amazon and Home Depot and stuff like that. So I'm very excited that you were able to share your thoughts, Kitty, about the animatronics and some of the more elaborate decorating, because a lot of times we just talk about in-home stuff and, table decor and stuff like that. But it's always fun to hear when people really invest in Halloween, and dress up the yard and the backyard and all of that good stuff. So definitely check out Target, you guys. They have a lot of affordable stuff. They just dropped all of their stuff. I think Alexa said it was the 13th or something like that. I mean, they just came out with all this stuff. They might have had it on the website, I guess, maybe, because we kind of we shop everywhere here. You know, and our primary focus is always to save money, but I am a Gen X kind of vintage style girl, you know, just nostalgic, to be honest, all the way across. And so a lot of what I look for is always like pop culture. And I was a little afraid of that when I started the channel, especially when I started shopping so much from Temu, because a lot of what I was looking for was like vintage stuff. And I wasn't sure how many people were going to be into that. And honestly, I'm finding that a lot of people do appreciate it. So I'm happy that you guys like that I am kind of providing a little bit of content that's different, even though I'm going into HomeGoods and the modern stores and stuff. I'm always kind of, you know, focusing on stuff that is a little bit different from what you would see from any other channel. So I appreciate you guys supporting me here on the channel. So, all right, you guys, so there is a lot of decor that you can go through. There's floating lights. These are really cute. These are 20 lights and 8 icon Halloween pumpkin novelty light string. These are cool. So if you decorate in the inside, or maybe if you need something for the outside but don't need it very long, this is doesn't say how long it is. That's cool. $10. I love that. I just don't know how long it is. Where's the specs on this thing? Only 20. So you only get 20 for $10. To me, it seems more like it would be like for the inside, but I think this would be perfect for like the kitchen, or like maybe you know, across the fireplace, or maybe you have a bookshelf or something. You know, you don't always have to hang this stuff up too. You could like embed it through all of your decor. You know what I mean? Super cute. I love that. Absolutely love that. Love the concept of it. I don't know if Target has had something like that before, but definitely check out Target, you guys. They've got a lot of affordable stuff as well. So it's called the Hide and Eek line. Yeah, and they have a lot of cool stuff. So definitely check it out. And now I kind of want to share a couple of items that I got from Target yesterday, because I wasn't going to do a haul because I don't have enough, but let me go ahead and grab this sweatshirt that I got and a t-shirt that I got. And I guess, you know what? I recorded a clip. Let me see if I can pull it so I don't have to actually walk away from the camera. Here, let me go ahead and see if I can pull it. That's a good idea. That was last minute. And then we'll close out and I'll say goodbye to you guys, because it's Monday night. It's Sunday night and you're like, girl, I got to work. What the heck? I got to work. Some people work around these parts. Let's see. So let me see if I can pull my video, and I'll show you what it looks like. And that way it's just kind of like a little haul. It's just 2 items. It's not very long. But instead of walking away, because I feel like every time I walk away or take my video off, it's rude. I don't want to be rude to you guys. The only thing is, actually, you know what? I might not be able to do it because I would have to save it in my, oh man, I wasn't ready. I'll make sure and implement it into a video coming up, but let me go ahead and grab it. So let me just, where is that sweatshirt? Here, it's right to the side. So give me 1 second, and uno momento, por favor, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I'm going to put the camera on me, and then after I show you guys everything, then we will say au revoir. Is that it? I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to show you on the website too, because we're closing out with Target. But so I ordered this from Target yesterday, and I thought it was really cute. I mean, some of you guys might not think it's cute, because a lot of stuff that I think is cute is kind of, sometimes it can be masculine, but it's like Halloween, so I don't really think about it. But like, I got this shirt right here. Can you see? Oh, wait, I have green screen on, darn it. Can you see it? Is it going to work? Can you see it? Can you see it? Here, wait. Duh. Hold on. Wait, I have green screen on. Can you see it? Wait. Where's the green screen? There it is. See, look. There it is. It's a Dracula shirt. Anyway, it's a Dracula shirt. It is oversized, so obviously, if you get it, just be careful. If you're a large, what did I order? Is this a medium? I think this is a medium, so it's like really, yeah. this is medium, girls. So if you're a small person, get a small or an extra small because those are oversized. And then I got this one too. And I'll show it to you on the website too before we go. This one, okay, and this is also very oversized. So if you wear a large, get a medium, medium, small, and on and on. Wait. Let me not move. Can you see it? Anyway, you get the picture. Now let me show you what they really look like because your girl's she's a dork. Hold on. Anyway, that though, let me tell you, based on like Temu girls and like Walmart, Target, what is happening? A sweatshirt was $25. I'm like, $25. My goodness gracious. But let me go ahead and share with you the Halloween. Oh, hey, there's something else I want to share with you. Hold on, because I'm ordering it and I think you might want it too. Look. Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm going to share this. Yeah. No, I don't want to. Here, wait. Where is that? Hold on. I want to show you this thing because I'm going to order it and I want you to order it too. Let me see. Hold on. $5. Wait. $5 Halloween mugs. I don't know if you want oh, look. You guys have to see. Those of you that stayed with me, look at this candy corn. Do you guys like this? I love this. I don't know if I like the bat one because it's kind of cheesy, but I love the candy corn one. So I wanted to let you know now, okay? Because if you like this, get it now. If you don't get it, it's not going to be there. I promise you. Because candy corn is too popular. But I saw this little mug. I don't know how crazy. You know what I mean? It's not the best, but I love it. I love it, and I will be ordering that tonight. I love it, and it's in stock. So I'm going to get two because I don't, in case one breaks, I just need to have two. So I thought I would share that with you because I thought it was really cute. Some of you guys might not love mugs the way I love them, but it's always good. So here's all of the inexpensive Halloween stuff. The icon glasses are everywhere. They have a cute little mug that says comfy clothes and crime shows. I think that's kind of cute just for every day. So if you're not one that likes like character mugs, that's really cute and just has a saying on it. They have this bat mug too. I don't know. I just feel like the bat mug is kind of boring. You know what I mean? I mean, it's cute, but it's just, I don't know. But if it's, I should get it though, because if it's microwave safe, you know what I mean? Then I don't know. I love bats. I have a thing for bats. I don't know why, because in real life they're really creepy, but I love those bats. $5, you guys, get it online, pick it up in the store. If you don't have time to go to the store like me. And definitely, if you guys want to sign, if you sign up for my newsletter and you see the request form and I get one person that signs up for my newsletter and fills out the request form and tells me to go to Target, then I'll do Target. I don't know why. I don't do Target very often. I just don't. I ordered my shirt like I showed you. I'm going to show it to you in just a second, but I don't know. I just don't go in there. And it's not that I don't love Target. I love Target. I do. I love it. But I just think it's expensive. I'm just going to be honest. It's expensive, you guys. It's expensive. And let me know in the chat or on the playback crew, hearts out to you. I'm telling you, do you think that Target is expensive? Now their bullseye section, of course, I feel like, $5, $10, okay. But I have to say they are expensive, man. They're just expensive. So what I did was I looked up Halloween sweatshirts. Is that what I did? Let's see. I'm going to share it with you so you can actually see what I bought. I wore it you'll see me wearing it in my video when the mega haul comes out. Is it this one? I saw this black cat one, but it's cute, but it wasn't vintagey enough for me. The cat was too realistic. And I know a lot of you guys are cat lovers. You love cats, but, see, so this is what I'm talking about. All these sweatshirts across here, you have to be very careful because a lot of times they're not being sold by Target. They're being sold on the Target website, but they're third-party sellers. I like this sweatshirt, but for $40, no, thank you. I'm just not paying $40 for that. Um, and I understand that when you're a seller, let me say this in my defense, because you're going to go to my merch store and you're going to be like, okay, you were saying you didn't want to pay this and didn't want to pay that. Well, first of all, let me just say, as a seller or as a shop owner, a lot of times you don't have, like, you have to factor in a lot of costs when you're doing personal customized items. And so when you price stuff, it's not always your choice. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm listing my listings and stuff, I'm trying to be as fair as possible. But also, I can't, there are certain prices I put in there because I see other people charging this and that and the other. And then I think about myself and I think about you. I think about you before I think myself, but I'm also a frugal person by nature. And I'm like, is this, like, if I was going to buy this, would I buy it? Do you know what I mean? And if oh, look at this. It's Popeye. I love that. Too cute to spook. I love olive oil. Do you guys like olive oil? Look how cute she is. $28. Would I buy it? Yes. Now see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying in the designer defense is what I was saying, that as a seller, you know, when you're making something customized, you just, there's costs involved. You know what I mean? So like when you go to some of these specialty websites and you see a hoodie for $50, $60, $70, you know what I mean? It's not like it's sometimes it just costs. It costs to make the item. So, you know, I don't mind supporting other, you know, people that are trying to have a small business, though. I'm very for that. So, I always buy specialty items. So I'm not like, you know, but I do have a cap though. I'm not even gonna lie. I do have a cap. You know what I mean? Like I'm not paying $80 for a sweatshirt because that's just insane. I was listing my stuff in the item, what's it called? The store thing, you know, I was like trying to list my designs on, was trying to like say that I had to charge $80 for my hoodie. I was like, no one's going to buy my hoodie for $80. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? I was like talking to the website going, what? No. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm trying to be as fair as I can. So when you shop on my website, just be nice. Okay. I'm doing my best and I'm trying to negotiate to make sure my prices are as fair as they can possibly be. So, why can't I find this sweatshirt? I don't know. Because I just bought it. Maybe it was women's Halloween sweatshirts. Hold on. Here we go. The t-shirt, I just wanted, because the t-shirts are on sale. They're sold in store at Target for $9.98. So I don't know why all of a sudden okay, here it is. So this is, I had a choice, you know, and I was going to buy the sweatshirt that I just showed you. So this is one of them. But like I said, $25. I mean, I will tell you, I have one in hand. They're okay. If you're in the store and they're selling them in the store, then okay. But this is cute. Is it worth $25? I don't know. I mean, I bought it. You know what I mean? I bought it. So I'll have to tell you, you know, in a few months when I worn the hell out of it. Because this is the one that I just showed you on camera that you probably couldn't see. And you're like, girl, can you please just stop? You can't be trying to show something like that. That's tacky. I look at it and it's almost sold out. That's one of the reasons why I bought it, because it was almost sold out. I'm like, well, somebody likes it. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's like, I'm more for cutesy Halloween. And if I had to choose like vintage, you know, like vintage, like Vincent Price, I would wear Vincent Price. Bride of Frankenstein, which is like this. Because y'all know I'm a talker, first of all. And like once you get me going, like I'm like, okay, my cap is like 2:28, like 2 hours and 28 minutes is usually where I stop. And then all of a sudden I start talking about something and I'm like, okay, you need to wrap. But I want to show it to you. I have to show it to you because I'm all about being fair. I don't like, you know, like I want you to be able to get the best price for your buck or whatever. So, like vintage here. Oh, here's all the vintage stuff too. Temu has a bunch of stuff. Look at, here's the witch from The Wizard of Oz, $3.60. No lie. And I order shirts from these guys all the time. Do not sleep on Temu. I'm telling you right now. Now, every seller's different. So I can't tell you, oh yes, every, you know, vintage t-shirt from your favorite vintage era. And you're going to order something that you absolutely are going to fall in love with. You're going to be like, oh my God, I totally remember this from my childhood. I have to have it. Just make sure you read the specs, because China is famous for printing on polyester because it's a cheap fabric. And, you know, I don't want you to be disappointed because I said, hey, go buy this shirt. You know what I mean? So vintage Halloween t-shirts. So based on the t-shirt we just saw just a moment ago, or crew neck sweatshirts or whatever. Timu's selling them for $8, $6, and they're not bad quality. I mean, I order from Timu all the time. The problem is that when you order a t-shirt from Timu, and you can be specific on the website, like this one's really cute. But if there's like a specific show from your childhood or something that you want to, like, you never thought you could ever find a t-shirt like that, trust me, there's one out there. But if you're going to shop on Temu for a cool little t-shirt, just make sure you read the specs. And if you want 100% cotton, I know there's some people out there that just absolutely love cotton. You can go here on the left side. I've already have many Temu videos on my channel that teach you how to shop this website, because it can be overwhelming, and they have so many sellers. But with that said, you can find 100% quality t-shirts here. You can. And they're going to arrive exactly the way you expect them to arrive. And they're very colorful and vibrant, and they are 100% cotton. There are some American sellers on Temu as well. I do want to let you know that. But some of them are going to be blends, and some of them are going to be super stretchy, and some of them are going to be, maybe a little smaller, not as stretch. But that happens with anything. So like I said, if there's a favorite movie from your childhood, here's The Lost Boys. If you like The Goonies, if you like The Wizard of Oz, if there's a favorite scary movie you like, vintage like from the 20s or 30s or whatever. They have funny ones too. They have all kinds. So that was kind of my point with Target. You know what I mean? Like, I just paid $25 for that sweatshirt, and I could have came to Temu and bought it for cheap. So it's not like I will stop buying from Target, because I love Target and it is quality. You do get what you pay for, but I always make sure that I share every aspect of saving money for you as I can. And most of what I share with you is vintage inspired, because that's just what my channel is about, nostalgia. But with that, I just want to say, you're going to find like your cutesy, like Etsy type designs here as well. But if you have a favorite show from childhood, and you're looking for it, you're probably most likely going to find it here. So definitely wanted to share that with you, just to open, like Bewitched. Here's Bewitched. I can't think of another movie. I know there's a lot of them out there, like American Werewolf in London, The Howling. Gosh, I'm a Gen Xer, so that I'm kind of reaching from my backpack of when I was a kid. Friday the 13th, of course, Michael, all those standard ones that you see in every store. But on Temu, I just love it because there's so much character here. First of all, like, if I know, it's kind of like, I kind of think of Temu as like shopping at like Hot Topic or Spencer's, if you've ever been to a store like that, one of those novelty pop culture stores, But that's what I love about it so much, is that not only are you going to find cutesy and fun designs, but you can also find, like childhood memories here. And they're just decent priced, honestly. They really are. But you need to read the specs. Read the specs. I can't express that enough, because you're going to read reviews and someone's going to give it a bad review, and it's because it took too long to get there, or it was smaller than they thought, or it was because, but it's never going to be because you washed it and dried it and then it flaked off. That doesn't happen with Temu. I can tell you, I own so many sweatshirts, so many t-shirts, jeans, shirts. I will tell you that I was looking at these slippers. I'm not even going to lie. I was looking at, where are these slippers? Here they are. Okay. I was looking at these slippers. This is my wish list, you guys. If you're like, she's spending $500 at Temu. No, I'm not, because Temu does not have a wish list. They don't have a save for later. So the only way that you can actually save the things that you like is to put them in your cart. And that's the reason why you see that high number. But I was looking at these vintage Halloween slippers, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this, And we talked about this before in another video when I covered Temu. So you can do vintage Halloween slippers, vintage Halloween sweaters, vintage Halloween jeans, whatever you want. And like I said, for the more nostalgic stuff, like movie oriented books, cartoons you used to watch, when it comes to seasonal stuff, you can still come in here, and be specific. Like I said, just keep in mind when you're on my channel, if you learn one thing from my channel, always know that every search engine that you search has to be specific. So if you just put vintage Halloween, that's a broad term, right? So obviously the system's going to show you just a bunch of Halloween, but if you're looking for something specific, you're like, oh, I wonder if they have this, or oh, I wonder if they have that, or I want these kind of slippers. Now you know that this style is vintage folk art. So we could put vintage, let's just see. Let's just try it. Vintage folk art slippers. I put schlippers. But now it's going to, it might not bring me, if it doesn't have a specific item or it's not listed that way, it's not going to show me just that. But as you can see, it's going to pull broadly. And now you start to see these slippers, right here. And, any other folk art that it will pull up like this is considered folk art right here. And I know I just jumped from Target to Temu, but y'all know I'm ADHD. So what can I say? But see this right here. So this is folk art or considered, so like I said, every engine that you, here's Michael and Jason. If you have someone in your family that likes both, editor, Alien, Predator, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I said, now the quality of Temu slippers I do want to share is not the greatest. Some of them are better than others, like these right here, because they're thicker, are going to be a little bit better quality than the flat ones like these over here on the right where I was looking, because I'm still going to buy them. They're on clearance for $7.19. I still am going to buy them, but I know by experience that they're not going to be the greatest quality, but I don't care because I'll buy 6 pair. I don't even care. That's just me though. That's me, because I don't have to have high end everything. I'd rather have 10 of something rather than, $50 of one thing. I've been like that since I was a kid, because my dad used to say quality over quantity. He used to say that to me all the time. And I'd be like, Dad, I would rather have 100 things at $100 at 100 things at $1 a piece than have one thing at $100. And he'll be like, well, it's going to fall apart. It's going to rip. Okay. Well, I've got 99 other pairs to wear, you know what I mean, of the same thing or whatever. So he just like, you're never gonna learn, you know what I mean, whatever. But anyway, that's the way you search Temu. So you could do vintage folk art overalls, because we saw these last week. These are fun. There's a ton. You could do vintage Halloween too. If now folk art doesn't come up, vintage folk art Halloween is what I didn't do. So vintage Halloween. So here's some more. And these are adorable. I mean, we saw these last week, you guys. These are so fun, and they are getting pretty good reviews. Look at this for the kids. Just, just cutesy for fall. Look at that. That's so cute. But I will warn you that you need to read the specs. Like if you're wanting to wear something fun, these are adorable. I don't know why I love these, but I do. And they are originally $23.63, which isn't bad. They're offering them to me because for every customer for Temu, it's specific. So the more you buy from them, the more price discounting they're going to give you. Don't get caught in the games on the phone. I need to make a video about that. I haven't done that yet, but that's all a gimmick. But with this, it's fun. And what's interesting about Temu is that everything you buy looks exactly as it should. Is it the best quality? No, because I've done a lot of Temu content on my channel, and a lot of people have said that looks like junk. Obviously you get what you pay for, but like I said, I experiment. I need to see it for myself. I need to judge for myself. And that's the way that I do things. And, if I can share with you something fun and interesting and, different that you can wear in your ensemble for seasonal or any other time, I definitely want to open up at, your horizon to something fun. Maybe it's, just a fun day and you don't want to dress up at work, but you want to wear something cute and presentable. Something like this would work. You know what I mean? So definitely check it out. It's a really, really fun website to learn. And not everything is junk. I promise you, not everything is junk. However, you need to read the specs, meaning that this model it's called a mock-up. This right here is going to make you believe that this is denim of some sort, or it's some kind of quality mixture of cotton and some kind of, material. So it says right here, 100% polyester. So if you know your fabrics, you know polyester is stretchy, it's shiny, it's all of that. Now, if you don't mind all of that, then it's fine. But if you're looking at the picture and you're like, well, wait a minute, I'm deceived. This looks like denim. And you order it and you're like, this isn't what you know what I mean? All of that. Well, then I can't help you because it says clearly 100% polyester. You know what I mean? And people don't do that. They just kind of shop and then they don't, you know what I mean? But there is reviews. This particular one doesn't have a review, but it is a bestseller store. They've sold 3,000 items in their store. But it doesn't mean that just because you see that they sold 3,000 items and they have 4.3 stars that they've sold this particular item. So, but I don't mind it, to be honest. I mean, $20, I'll order it and I'll just see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, and let me just tell you, Temu, I've said this a million times. I've said it on many of my live streams. I'm like a broken record now. Temu has a 108 and a 1-800 number, just like Amazon. They have a wonderful chat. It's up here right here. It says support. You can talk to them. You can show them a picture. I don't like it. It's not what I thought. It's not what I expected. And they'll say, what do you want me to do? You want me to give you the money back? You want me to replace it? You want a credit? What do you want? Temu is fantastic. I am so sick of hearing people say Temu's garbage and that. No, it's not. Not at all. I've spent over $5,000 on this company and it's great. I don't like the way they're treating me as a creator, and I'm just going to be honest about that, but I love the company. And every time I try to say, I'm not going to order from that company, I do it every time. And they're very similar as well to Shein. If you guys have ever ordered from Shein, then you kind of know, they're very similar. They're almost identical, but they have a lot of fun products. And like I said, it's all just learning how to do it. So based on, like I said, Target is where we started for all Halloween stuff. So we could do, before we go, we can just do vintage vintage Halloween sweatshirts, since that's what we were looking at Target. Halloween sweatshirts. Let's see. We'll just do sweatshirts in general and see what comes up. They have hoodies and crew necks and all that stuff. So based on, we paid $25 for that green Frankie sweatshirt. It was $25. So kind of average, to be honest, because look at this person selling it for 25. This person's selling for 14, 16, 18, 14. So not really that different. I love this Sleepy Hollow right there. That's so cute. $13. But I always come here first. So, I always price compare, from any other. Oh, this is really cute. I don't like the green, but this is cute. This is really cute. That's so fun. I love that. Don't you think? All they did was basically take all these decals and then making a collage. That's all they did. But it's cute nonetheless. Super cute. 50% polyester and 50% cotton. Okay. For $13. Okay. Sold. I want this, I think. I don't know what color I like though. What color would you buy? Would you buy green? Would you buy cream? Would you buy maroon? They have black, of course. Old classic black. Good old faithful black. Red they don't have a burnt orange one though. That sucks. They don't have a burnt orange one, but so I would either get the cream or the black. Super cute though. Anyway, just wanted to kind of open up, that door for you, because we were on Target looking at this sweatshirt. So I did get it. I like it. It's cute. I don't like the design very much. I'm just gonna be honest. I did get it. I am going to keep it. I'm probably going to swap it out for, they have all sizes right now at Target. And like I said, for the Target sweatshirts, they don't have a lot of variety. I will tell you that. They just have this, and it comes in plus size as well, you guys, in case you're curious. It comes in plus sizes as well. I didn't see the black sweatshirt, the black t-shirt that I showed you on camera. This is what I was talking about. So I have it. It's oversized. It's pretty comfy. I mean, it's not it's kind of masculine, to be honest. It looks like a men's t-shirt, but I don't care. I really don't care. Because you can make anything look cute. You know what I mean? Like you can make anything look femme. You can make anything look the most basic thing. You can make it look funky, trendy, whatever. It's all in the way that you style it. So, Yeah, so they just have 2 of these though, and they got 5-star reviews. They are sold at Target directly as well in case you like them. So there's the one with the VHS tapes like we looked at and the one with the Frankenstein. Um and it's cute. I mean, it's cute nonetheless. And that other sweatshirt, I mean that other t-shirt, they have I just noticed this. I didn't see this when I originally bought the t-shirt that I bought. This is Bride of Frankenstein. The Dracula shirt, I will tell you, I got for $9.98. So I don't know if it's because it's the sale's over. Maybe there was a sale because I got mine for $9.98, but it might be because we're Circle members. Now, the one that I really wanted was this one because this Casper's trending with American Eagle right now. So this one's super cute. I wonder if they just restock this because maybe I saw this on Walmart. Maybe I saw this on Walmart because I think it has, yeah, see? It's super cute. It reminds me of American Eagle. American Eagle they're promoting Casper right now. So I'm probably going to buy this, to be honest. I'm probably going to buy it because I love this t-shirt. So $15, not bad. Oversized. Since I own the Dracula one, I see if I would have saw this first, I would have bought this, but it wasn't in stock. It was sold out. That's why I got the Dracula one because I was like, oh shit, I got to make videos. You know what I mean? But with that said, they only have one left in the extra small. They have, it doesn't look like no smalls left out of stock, but you can notify me when it's available. And then medium, sold out, or no, medium available or no? I don't know. It says ready tomorrow, available near you. Larges. So you just have to check. You'd have to check which store is near you to get it, or you can order it online. So definitely check it out. Target's got some cute t-shirts this year. Super cute. It's like, looks like they're in the folded area, like Walmart. I feel like I saw this at Walmart too. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. And I know I went into a spiel about Temu. I always do that, you guys. I love Temu. I love it. I love Temu. I don't understand why they took my store away from me. I'm like so sad about that because I love them. I love them. I order from them all the time. But I have made fun of them though as well because I mean, even for the summer, I don't know if you guys are new to my channel, but if you want to go back into my catalog, I did a summer haul and I got some stuff and I make fun of it. I mean, if you guys have never seen me make fun of Temu, I'll be the first one to tell you. I love them. You can love somebody and still say, hey, I don't like this about you. I love you so much, but I hate the way you chew. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can always like do both. You can do both. But yeah, I mean, I've scored big time with them and then I've been disappointed, but it's not enough to make me not shop there. But it's China. It's China, dude. What do you want? You can't expect a $50 item and pay $5. You know what I mean, come on. So, and you know, Amazon's more expensive and they have better quality sellers and all that stuff. So, one of the things I love the most about Temu, and I will say, I promise, I'll let you go right after this. But one of the things I love about Temu is and I've said this a million times, I have vintage Halloween jeans. Why? I don't know. And I thought, I'm going to go out and I'm going to wear these and I'm going to look like an idiot. And people are going to make fun of me. I can't tell you how many times I have went out in the public and worn my cute little Halloween jeans. And I'm a big girl. I'm 14, 16. I'm telling you right now. I weigh 188 pounds and I'm almost 5'4", but I'm very boxy. I am apple shaped. And every single time I wear those jeans, I have a lot of them. I have a Halloween, I have 4th of July, I have Christmas. I have so many. Some of them I've got on Amazon, some of them I've got on Temu, but every single time I wear these jeans, someone says, where did you get those jeans? And I'm like, really? You like them? And they're like, oh my God, they're so cute, you know? And it's not something you wear every single day, but it's just a fun little piece of, you know what I mean? It's a fun little thing you can wear. If you don't want to dress up at work, wear something cute like this. Look, and you're like, damn, I don't have a costume. Buy some jeans, girl. Buy some jeans and just go looking fun. Get your little, you know, favorite slasher shirt or whatever your job allows. You know, chaperone the kids on a field trip, but get something cute. I'm not saying these, of course, because schools have rules, but I'm just saying there's so many ways. Stick with me. I will share these little twists and turns and tricks and treats with you. I promise. And it's not just for Halloween. I'll do it for every holiday. But I don't know, girls, I have always just went like looking around, researching, loving just being different, loving wearing stuff that the average person wouldn't wear, and I just have so much fun doing it. And it's so cute. And every single time I think I look like an idiot, someone comes up to me and says, "Oh my God, those are so cute." I was shopping in the store. If you don't know, I was shopping in the store the other day at HomeGoods. And if you haven't seen my videos and you're new to the channel, you must look in my catalog. But I'm 55 and I've been saving. Like, here's my Marilyn Monroe cup I've had for like 20 years. And I got this at like one of the specialty stores like Spencer's or Hot Topic or something like that. But I've had this. I collect bags, and I used to a long time ago in my day, I used to go to eBay because that was the only place. And I carry this purse everywhere with me. And I've had it for a long time. And I love it. And behind me, let's see. Can you see it? Oh, yeah, right there. See? I have Marilyn Monroe bags as well. So one day, if you guys want, if you request through my newsletter, through my request a video form, if you want to see my specialty bags, I will literally make a video and I will share with you all of the vintage things. And I do intend on my store, if I can get around copyright and find out how to legally do it, I want to make some merch with like Hollywood starlets like Rita Hayworth. I mean, Marilyn Monroe, yes, everybody like Marilyn Monroe, you can find her anywhere, but like there's some certain starlets I feel like have been overlooked over time. And I just have so much fun like sharing a little bit of something different for you guys. So 2 hours and 50 minutes. Who does that? Me. So for those of you that have hung out, God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very, very much because I know on the West Coast, it's early enough for everybody to be like, I've been here way too long. And for the East Coast, y'all need to go to bed and get up and get some rest. And, you got to get the kids ready for in the morning and you got to be awake. That's why you have to build a coffee bar and it's got to be cute, girl. We got rules. It's got to be cute. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Replay crew. Hearts out to ya. Love you guys so much. All right, you guys. I have my mega haul coming this week. We've got Target, Home Depot, Lowe's. Jim's coming down, I think. Because I told him, will you come down, please? And like do these like industrial stores. He's like, all right. Jim lives out of town. So, yeah, we're going to do Costco. We're going to do all the animatronics if they have them out. I'm really hoping they have them out. So I'm going to film Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Sam's Club because they all have like certain viral things and we'll go in and we'll look at everything. But the animatronics are what I'm really looking forward to. So that's 4 videos coming your way. And then, you guys know, girl, I am moving. I'm going to try to have, I don't know if I can continue my live streams into the whole month of September. I'm hoping I can, but moving, you got to get your internet set up. It's got to be transferred, all that stuff. So if nothing else, I will definitely have pre-recorded videos. It's not going to happen right now, but I'm just warning you because we're starting to pack this coming weekend. We have a county pickup on the 24th, and then we have to start packing. Most of my mom and my stuff is already in storage, but here in our townhouse here, we're all packed up and moving. So I will definitely take you with me on the vlog channel. I haven't vlogged in ever, so just look at the channel, you guys. I have a vlog channel. I have a lot of other channels, but this is the one I'm most active on. So if you guys are interested in seeing what the Northern California rental market is when we start going touring, I will definitely share it with you. I've shared it before. We are looking for a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. So obviously we're looking for a large home. And some people are just wondering and curious about the market in other states. And I will definitely share it with you as a renter. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely stay tuned. I'm also going to be doing declutter videos and stuff like that because we got to do the garage. This is an older build. It's vintage. So don't expect some fancy, you know, footage because that's not, I'm a practical person. I'm an average person just like y'all. So yeah, so that's coming. And then of course the store walkthroughs are coming. I've got some treats and some special treats coming up for you guys. Love that for you guys. I hope you like it. Just stick with me, y'all. Stick with me because we did some shopping. We have the mega haul coming, and then we have the final, what do I do with all this crap? That's what we have. So I'm really hoping. And this is another reason why I love y'all so much, because when I share that video with you guys, I'm going to actually get your opinion on most of the stuff that I'm going to share with you. It's a marathon video coming up, and I can't wait to share with you, though, what I've done with my Temu items. That's what I'm really, I'm not going to tell you when it's coming because that's the surprise, but I can't wait. I can't wait to share with you all the things I bought from Temu, all the things I've shared with you guys how I build things, how I decorate and stuff like that. And I'm very excited. So thank you guys. Oh my God, you're troopers. You're all my Beastie Boos. I'm telling you, thank you so much for being here. You guys are my people. So I'm going to let you go. Have a great rest of your week. We've got that cute little outro coming up, and I will see you guys next time. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, y'all. See you on Tuesday.